We'd like to change the pace a little bit here. Mr. Don Grant on the keyboards over here. Mr. Billy Bright on the reggae.
Turn that into a little background noise there. A little blues this evening. Welcome. Thank you, one and all, for stopping in here. Bruce, Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. What a wild weekend of boxing, man. What a wild weekend of boxing. It was like, man, fight a Saturday. Fight after fight after fight. Someone told me there was a fight from Australia on at 4 in the morning. Oh, I can't think of the dude's name right now, man. But anyway, man, it was watched by my friend Mad Chad and my friend Carl Hansen in Australia. And dude, the Australian got knocked out in the first round. It was a picture-perfect knockout. What was his name? Anybody out there can have seen it. But anyway, man, we're going to talk about what we saw last night. This is what intrigued me. Started off with the women's card, man, from the O2 Arena. Interesting stuff, very interesting stuff. And of course, man, the return of Deontay Wilder. It was short, it was sweet, but it was definitely funny. And we talk about that one. We talk about we saw Frank Sanchez on that same card. He beat Camelo Negron, who we haven't seen in a long time. We've seen his name dotted around here and there. And then we had the Plant and Direll fight, which they put on at the same time as the Kambosos and the Haney fight, and it was like kind of driving me nuts. See, I've got a couple of screens set up in front of me, so it wasn't that difficult. It really, it was more annoying than difficult. I was trying to pay attention and watch, but it was they were equally captivating fights. So there's no need for that shit, man. There's no need for that shit. But anyway, man, getting back to the prefabs over here, man. This is Bruce Gas. He's smoking on some Homegrown tonight. See that? That's Bruce Gas's backyard. The wife did some planting last spring, and she came up with some nice stuff, man. Some very, very impressive. I've been getting wasted on it for 2 days. We just picked it about a week ago. A few days of drying out. Today it's right up there, man, and we're gonna enjoy it right now as we shout everybody out and enjoy this show. I thought I had another lighter here. I get this one. I think this one might be dying out, but I'm sure it'll get us through this here. Is that music? I just wanted that a little in the background there. I hope that's okay. Not too loud. Now this grass here, about I'd say late April, my grower, he had one of his rooms got cross pollinated, and so he had a crop that was infected with the male pollination. Somehow somebody gave him a male plant. Anyway, the stuff was you couldn't even tell. The average layman on the street would have no difference, but yet there were maybe 4 or 5 seeds in every ounce. You know, I mean, a minor inconvenience. And actually, if you have a little bit of a farmer in you, actually a good thing to get every once in a while. He lowered the price on the weed, but these precious seeds, which I haven't really fucked around with plants in a long time. I did it a while ago, but it was always it never went to its fruition. Oh, something always interrupted it. Either my wife leaving me and I was afraid she was going to call the cops on me, or an argument with my partner who I was doing the thing with, and or spider mites. I mean, all kind of crazy things. But this was only a couple of plants. It's legal around here now. It's almost like a rose bush out in the garden. And it came nice. It was a nice female. We had 2 of them. We had an indica and we had this sativa. My wife even had names for them. I don't know. I forget what the fuck she was calling them. I think it was Mary and Anna. I think it was fucking, you know. But anyway, we're off in our own little world. And the indica plant, I live on the water, and I put it too close to the ocean, to the bay, and it was a high tide, heavy winds one night, and it got splashed with salt water. Never snapped out of it. The other one did. I was lucky, man. I'll never make that mistake again. But it harvested. It was time. The buds were like pine cones on the fucking thing. Beautiful, fucking long, a lot of red hairs, white hairs, all kind of crazy things. I mean, so one plant, and we got about 20 grams of butter off that one plant, eh? Nice little remembrances of 2022, the year. And this has got a smell to it. It's in a mason jar. Oh yeah. I'm trying to think of the strain because there were 2 strains. I think the sour diesel that he had. I think the sour diesel, which is a sativa, and the Granddaddy Perp, which is an indica. I think it was the Granddaddy Perp. But anyway, man, I didn't pay a lot of attention on it. My wife did it on the side. I didn't even think anything was going to happen to it, but lo and behold, we got ourselves some free smoke out of the plant, man. God's gift, and I'm hitting on a bud right now with the Toker 2. Boom, boom, a little. I don't know what you would call these suckers. Nuggets, very, very sticky. A lot of resin in there. Hey, very, very sticky, pungent. Nice shit, man. God's gift. No seeds in this baby. These were females. They were screaming to be pollinated. Looking them out there. They got the damn fucking little receptors trying to get any pollination so they could survive. But anyway, the old sense of me and the trick of those sex-style females. And there it was. All right, let's start the day off. Let me shout out my good friends that came in here tonight, man. I appreciate that so much. I got my buddy the Iceman, my brother. I think he was on the first time I did a channel, almost a year ago, man. Iceman was right on there, man. Shout out to you. Tim Lucy, my brother. Him and I were on live tonight with Tim Witherspoon Jr. and Blackgrass. Is that his name, bro? Very, very cool brother. And we got maybe some news that's going to come of that. We'll tell you what's going on. What the hell? We're open. We love to share things that are going on here. But shout out to my bro Skywalker, man. Jose Diaz, bro. Salute to you, man. Peace, my brother. Impala, my man. Thanks for coming by. Tupac 13, brother. Salute to you, my man. Hitting it hard. Let's go, Padres. It's that season, man. It's fucking World Series time, man. So if you're for the Padres, I am, because I have no idea what's going on in baseball anymore, man. Boxing has got me by the fucking short hairs, as they say. Carlos Mendoza, my brother. Thank you for stopping by, man. I know it's late out there for you, brother. Thank you. Peace, man. Dub right side, my man. Thank you for coming by, man. Peace. Seen and unseen, bro. Shout out to you, my brother. Always good to see you. The lost art of boxing. Cue to God. Salute, man. Peace, man. Thank you for coming by. Smoking Anthony Direll crack. Demetrius Bright, brother. Always a pleasure, man. Thank you for coming by. Appreciate it. Go ahead, man. Hey. We get a couple of cats in here. I appreciate that so much. And hitting on this backyard blend, man. Homegrown. Shit that, dude. 20 grams. What would that be about? At the dispensary, that's about $200. Damn. I got to tell them next year that they grow a bunch of them plants out in the backyard. But enjoying on that now, and we started the day off. We went to the O2 Arena, and the ladies were fighting. And I'm going to tell you, I'm not a big fan of ladies boxing. I never have been, and I've seen it. I've seen Christy Martin. I've seen Layla Ali. Man, I watched Frida Foreman and Jacqueline Frazier way back in the day. So, bro, I've seen women's boxing. You know, watched it come up. Watched the Holly Holmes as a fighter. You know, I just never like to see women get bloodied and beat each other. And, I don't know what it is in me, but I guess that's not my thing, man. You know, women's NBA, women's golf, women's whatever, man. It just isn't a sport that I follow. But being a boxing junkie, you know, everybody's talking about it, and you know, I can probably name you the top 10 boxers now, man. You know, when we went over there and we saw we saw four of the best female fighters today. Not disappoint us, man. I was impressed, man. I was impressed. First of all, the first fight, man, the Baumgardner and the Meyer fight. They had heat, man. They were kicking each other. They did not like each other. And when that bell rang, man, I was expecting to see them tear into each other. You know, I'm pissed off at somebody, and you let me get him in the ring, and man, you know, it's on. Hey, Brian Hawkins, salute, brother. You know, it's on, man. It's on like Donkey Kong, and it didn't happen that way. They, they did a lot of feeling out, I guess you could say, a lot of, you know, the Venge. What they were selling was not what we got when we bought it, and they were snarling at each other, man. They were very determined before the fight, and then when the fight went on, it was it was it was a women's boxing match, and there was some good stuff going on, but I was getting kind of bored towards the 7th, 8th round. And another thing about women's boxing, like the 2 rounds, man, that 2 rounds, it's like they're just getting warmed up, and and the fight's over. I mean, the round is over. Now, how many rounds have we seen in our illustrious boxing history, guys? But I think they got to make those fights 3 rounds. I can see the 10 rounds for a championship. You know, they are women. You know, let's not kid ourselves. You know, Clarissa Shields would beat the shit out of any of you, and myself included. To myself, I mean, I'd be a fucking appetizer. But there are women that are built differently than the normal women. Like my wife, I put my wife in the ring with a fucking female boxer in her prime. She might last like all of a minute or 2. Look, she was pretty tough in her day. She would scratch and fucking, hit you with a beer bottle or some shit like that. But women boxing, I'm trying to catch on, and this fight, it went to the decision. It could have gone either way. It was back and forth. You know, there was no danger of knockout that I saw in the fight that I can remember right now. Nobody smokes like me and Bruce in the YTBC. YTBC, that sounds fucking gay if you're mad on it. But anyway, bro, you're right there. You're right there, Q. If you smoke anything like I smoke, I've been cutting down a little bit lately, man. A little bit. I want to start making some edibles. I buy them, but I want to start learning how to make these suckers, man. Because it seems like a lot easier on the lungs and on the throat and everything else. I'm trying to stay a little more healthy as we age. And I hit on this thing from fucking sun up to sun to way past sundown. But I love my reefer. Tina Muzzy, Mrs. Muzzy, Skywalker, salute, sister. Thank you for coming by. Thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate it. Like you wouldn't believe. Whenever we get more than 2 people in here, it's a full house, and I'm going with it, man. I'm going with it. But yeah, that fight was a split decision for Baumgardner, and Myers is thumbs down. She didn't like it. She didn't dig it at all. And I think I was watching that with Mad Chat, so I wasn't listening to the volume. I wasn't listening to the what was going on in the background there. But that was that, and that was the co-main event. And I wasn't really like psyched on it, man. That was okay, but I'm waiting for the big boys to come on hours later, a long intermission. Anyway, the next fight with Clarissa Shields and Savannah Marshall, a little different. I mean, Clarissa Shields dominated the fight. It started off, the first round was even, then Clarissa Shields ran away with it, man. And she was, she showed who was the best, the best American boxer, the most popular. She's got a lot of people that ride with her. And, she won a unanimous decision. She won a bunch of titles, I guess, the undisputed middleweight, WBA, WBC, IBF, LABC, whatever federation there are. She's got them all now. And that was our day in women's boxing. I dug it. It's not something that's going to make me watch women's boxing over men's boxing. In fact, I wish it was that night because they fucking piggybacked the Caleb Plant, the Negron fight with the Devin Haney and the Kambosos fight. So it was kind of a drag. I mean, boxing is I don't get it. I don't get it. Baseball, they can put 2 games on at the same time, but there are fucking 180 games a year or whatever. There are 90 games. However many games they play in baseball now. But boxing, they're lucky if they fight once a year, twice a year, 3 times a year, like Henry Armstrong was back in the day. But you would figure they would smarten themselves up, space it out. I've said it so many times. What's wrong with a Wednesday night, Thursday night? Great fights were on during the week. They're much more appreciated. Remember today, just remember we didn't have to back them all up. And then of all nice thing, I was on a panel earlier on the Skywalkers, and he had Tim Witherspoon Jr. on there, and Tim did an exhibition last night. And we talk about that in a little bit too, but they put it on the 15th, on the same night that Wild is fighting, that fucking Kambosos and Haney are fighting, that Clarissa Shields is fighting. I mean, there's just fight after fight after fight. And, I asked him, I said, why'd they do that to you? And he goes, I don't know. But we'll talk about that in a little bit too, man. Because he gave us a little bit of a little secret stuff here. And we had to wait till, I think the undercards might have come on at 7 o'clock, but it was they both came on at the same time, the fights from Australia and the PBC Fox card. So we had to go back and forth, and why is boxing doing this? Makes no sense to me. You turn that down just a bit. Okay, I think that's cool background stuff there. I don't want to get it too loud. I found some some no copyright music the other day, and I got a copyright, not a hit, just a copyright flag for it, and it said no copyright. So I wrote to the publisher who put it out there, and he says, "Oh, it's no copyright, but you have to pay. You have to pay for a license to put it on your video." Oh, what the fuck is this bullshit? So anyway, it is what it is. I don't know what they do to you. I guess after you get to be big time, that maybe you don't. I don't know. You don't make money or something on it or whatever. But you see a lot of these things now: copyright free music, free background music. Be careful with them if that's your thing. Me, I don't care. I'll play Miles Davis. They have shut me down a couple of times in midstream for playing on some stuff. But where was I going with all this? Let me get another hit of this grass over here. This stuff is so sticky, so sticky. A long wait between fights. Strong, expanding stuff. Get that little cannonball effect when you do that. You get that the hit that goes into the bong and blasts with the smoke. And, hey, TK, salute Queen. Thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate it so much, man. The Queen of MMA, Combat, and Entertainment. Check her site out, man. Good stuff over there. Always good to see her, man. Always shouts me out when she sees me out there. I appreciate it. I'm proud to know you, sister. Salute. But after that we had to wait. We had 5 hours, long time. It was crazy, man. And then when boxing came on, they pretty much stacked it. They pretty much stacked what was it? Sky Sports. Hey, St. Cruzan, bro. Shout out to you, my man. Peace, brother. Thank you for listening, St. Cruzan, man. God bless you, brother. Hope you're feeling good, man. I know we talked a little bit today as ships passing in the night. I'm glad you came in here, man. Always a pleasure to see my brother St. Cruzan out there, man. We keep it boxing, brother. We keep it boxing. But I had hoped there weren't so many fights stacked up against each other, but of course they did. Of course they did it to us. And the fight that I enjoyed, I'll say it was the first fight of the evening. That would be the Kambosos and the Haney fight. Hey, Seawood, salute to you, brother. And Conchonery. I looked at Kambosos as just on another level. Haney's a tough, gritty kid, but he didn't change his style much. He was trying to go left-handed and right-handed, and it wasn't fooling Haney, man. Haney was just on a different level. Haney outboxed him. He outboxed him, and he boxes hard. When Haney outboxes you at the end of 12 rounds, your face is going to look like fucking hamburger. Haney was putting it on to him, but I wish Haney had that knockout punch. I wish he had more power. Put somebody on their ass, put somebody to sleep. I think it would get him a lot more respect. I think it would get him a lot more lucrative contracts. The guy's the undisputed lightweight champion right now. Hey, Derek Clark, bro, appreciate you coming in here. Khan, my brother. But it was extremely fair decision. No argument whatsoever. A lot of it was in Australia, and they booed the hell out of Haney. They booed the national anthem, man. It was typical homies. So what can you say? It's boxing. We're just going to see what I have to say out here, man. This is Haney adjusted and beat Kambosos easily. 140 may be tough for Haney without more power. That's true, brother. That's just what I was saying, man. I wish he had that knockout punch a little. That knockout punch which is every great fighter should have that in their toolbox, man. And My brother St. Cruz, he's got it right there. He's on another level. If he can only punch, wow, huh? Kind of like Shakur Stevens, man. I'm gonna say they're both in that elite league. The blue chippers out there. Hey, Burrow, how you doing, my brother? Salute. But he easily won. It was a beatdown. They had to have that rematch. It was in the clause. I think it was a good thing for Kambosos. He made some bucks. He can keep that ferocious gym over there going on. And hey, I just wish they had shown it on a Friday or just at a different time. It would have made the evening so much more pleasant. But while that was going on, and there were some fights on that card, but man, I wasn't even paying attention to them. The worst weekend of boxing, Burrow says, man. I wish they were all this bad, man. Give me another bad one next week like that, bro. Give me another bad one like that. BK, bro, salute to you, my brother. Peace as always. Peace as always. But I was paying attention after that mostly to the Fox card, the PBC Fox card, which is going to be a dying thing from what I understand. Listen to those in the know. And the fight that what was the first one that I saw? I can't even remember it now. I know we'll go with the Plant fight. That was on the same time as the Kambosos fight, so I couldn't pay much attention to Plant and Direll. There was a lot of bullshit that was going on with that fight, back and forth, a lot of bad feelings. It's boxing, man. It is what it is. Plant. I was watching on one eye, and I thought he boxed to a comfortable decision. And then I look and I see that fucking boom. I see Plant on it. I see Direll on his ass, and I see he's not getting up. And I see Plant with the shovel, man. And I said, "What the fuck, man? What's going on here?" And I had to turn away from the Sky Sports card, and we saw probably the best punch Plant's ever thrown on a televised contest, and I thought that was unnecessary, man. I thought that was fucking grandstanding. I didn't like that at all. I think boxers have got carried out of that ring and never regained consciousness. I think he should have at least waited till he was on his stool if he wanted to celebrate. But man, emotions. What are you gonna say? If you could do it again, he would probably do it again. And whatever, man. Plant's got some more credibility in the 168-pound division. Now, where does he go from here? I didn't listen to what he had to say, man. I'm sure he's talking Canelo rematch. I don't know if that's going to be possible. I don't know if anybody really wants to see it unless he earns it, man. Go take out those other 168 pounders out there. Go face the Mexican monster. Go after Charlo, man. I mean, you're on a hot streak now, son. Continue it up, man. Keep it going. These fighters now once a year. That's the new thing. That's the norm in boxing. Get this smoke, brother. Salute to you, man. Peace. This is the norm in boxing. Get this smoke, man. I haven't seen you in a while, my friend. Make sure you get your wrench out there, because I know you're not a very popular guy. Some of these cats may take you out of commission, so I'll make sure you're monitored up in here. I'm sure you do that to all your friends, my brother. So shout out to Get This Smoke. But that was the Caleb Plant fight. And Caleb Plant now he's got a chance to advance to make some more dough. He's got the name, the visibility. He's got the fans. He's got an extreme fan base. So, is he going to go fight somebody like the aforementioned fighters, or is he going to grab somebody who's probably a number 2 WBO contender that we never heard of from some country that we got to be politically correct. So I'm going to start naming countries out here, but you know what I'm saying, man. A European, an Asian, whatever, a Spanish, somebody we've never heard of before, and yet he's got prime fights that can be made, and for the amount of time they're fighting, this is what we want to see, bro. This is what we want to see. So let's get Caleb Plant going over here, man. You know, let's see how far his talents can take him, and let's get this. Let's get these fighters fighting better fighters, man. That's what we got to do, my brother. You know, we've got to get these fighters fighting the best fighters in their division. Otherwise, what the fuck are we watching, man? We're watching a fucking exhibition, and that's what it seems like. That's what it seems like it is these days. But you know, after that fight, man, Gary Russell, man, Gary Antonio Russell. I can't even remember the guy that he fought, but it was a rematch, and Antonio Russell was getting hammered, bro. Brian Hartley was calling that fight on Mad Chaz. I was listening to him, and he was doing it, bro. You know, you didn't expect to see a Russell get beat that early in his career by a B-side fighter, but it was a beatdown. Ended up being a TKO, I believe, and you know, I was like, wow, that's cool, bro. That's what we like to see. We like to see upsets. I'm for the underdog. I always have been, man. Always have been. Even sometimes when my favorite fighter is fighting an underdog, I kind of give the nod to the underdog because, man, you know, this is boxing. There's got to be a winner. There's got to be a loser. Let them live to fight another day, and you know, let the best man win. But that was another great undercard fight, because this is what we want to see. We want to see undercards that make these pay-per-views that we all spent $74.95 on. I know I did, man. I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to cut my weed bill down next week. That highly expensive pay-per-view. Chain, how you doing, my brother? After that fight, then we saw the Carmelo Negron, the Frank Sanchez fight, and it was, you know, it looked like Sanchez was going to cruise to an easy victory, an easy decision victory, and then what happens is fucking Sanchez out of nowhere knocks him out, one punch knockout. It was heavyweight boxing at its finest. Adult fight going on. You pretty much relegated to a lopsided decision, and then all of a sudden, heavyweight power, boom, one punch knockout. Fight's over. Now we have Frank Sanchez, PBC fighter, on the backs of a victory. He's got options, man. He's got options. They could put him in with any of these PBC fighters that have been fighting on their last few cards. AJ64, salute, my brother. Salute, man. Yeah, Negron came to fight, but when did he have his last fight, man? 10 years ago? You know, the dude's been around for a long time, and you know, Sanchez. I think Sanchez, when he fought a jogger, I said, oh yeah, now we're going to see him go up there. We're going to see him fight some of these names. Let some of these young lions clear their names out. There's a lot of young heavyweights out there, and you know, I don't get the marinating, man. I never understood that word. I came from a restaurant background. We marinated fucking steaks and smelts and fucking chicken and whatever, bro. We didn't marinate fights. Anyway, man, you know, it all led to the fight that I was waiting for, and you know, I called it. People asked me if you look back in any panels I was on, maybe even on here, I said it's going to be a one-round knockout. It's going to be a one-round knockout. You know, it was there was no fixing it was not fixed. It was fucking Helenius looked a lot fleshier than he did when he fought Kownacki. He just had a little more jiggle to him. He didn't look as well trained, well conditioned. And I think I only counted a few punches that Wilder landed in that first round. He missed a wicked haymaker before he got that knockout punch. And Helenius almost woke up a little bit and kind of, came alive a little. And then, man, in midst of a punch, Wilder just landed a short right hand. He got him right around that area. You saw it crumpling. You saw the pain. The eyeballs rolled up. Body passed out. He was on his back. It looked very similar to Tyson Fury when he went down, but he wasn't getting up. There was no need for that count. There was no need for that. You know you weren't going to see an Undertaker a rise in that one, man. No, it was a fun night of boxing. Anybody out there? Because I see a lot of people out there who know their boxing, man, and I see them on a lot of panels. And I'm sure they saw the fights last night. Any of you cats want to come up here, man? I'll drop a link, man. You can come up here and I know you're all very, very knowledgeable boxing fans out there. You can tell me what you thought of those fights last night. Sunday night over here, man. We're just smoking on the Toker too, listening to some fucking funky background music here. Almost has that Miles Davis fusion sound to it, When Miles had Ronnie Montrose. Any of you guys ever remember that album? Miles was into a rock phase there around 71. But I know it's very difficult to give your opinion out there in the chat, man. Being the keyboard warriors that we are. If you want to let me know about them fights last night, bro, come on up here, man. Get famous with Bruce Gas, boxing, jazz, and more. I see Get This Smoke out there, man. Get This Smoke's on every panel that I see, man. And he's a wealth of knowledge. I know he saw those fights last night. I know he was sitting in front of that tube, probably in front of that 90-inch screen, surround sound. Listening to that punch that Deontay Wilder landed. I don't know if any of you guys heard that punch, man. That sounded like a fucking baseball bat hitting a watermelon. Go replay that again, man. Oh, the sound effects is like I said, the closest thing I can call it is a baseball hitting a watermelon. You do a hit here, get a little water, soothe that sandpaper down here so I can continue. Hey Nelly, how you doing, my brother? My friend Skywalker was out there earlier. I wanted to get the fight train going. I want to at least go through the fights before I talked about this, man. When the Skywalker's out there, bro, you can jump on in, man. I know you're really good on these YouTube panels that we throw up here, bro. Impromptu as they may be, but anyway, man. The Skywalker, he had Tim Witherspoon Jr. on his show today, and he invited me on there, which is very cool of him. Thank you. Puffing on some good weed over here, brother. Reminiscent of the fights we saw yesterday, and kind of unwinding from a funky weekend. A lot of good shit's been happening, man. We talk about it up here. We share what's happening. We throw it out on the table, criticize it, man. If you say, "Oh no, Bruce Cash, that's a bad move," whatever, man. But we kind of put it out there, and Tim Jr. was on Skywalker's last night. And he wants to start doing more exhibitions. He wants to do another one, but he wants bigger names. Because the dude that he exhibitioned against yesterday was easy work for him. It was a 1 round, no competition. So anyway, I said, who are you looking for? What names? Because this is a small community. We tend to know a lot of people, low people in high places or vice versa. But he said, oh man, I'd like to get Hasim Rockman Jr. And I said, I think I might have a connection to Hasim Rockman Jr. So I called up the cat that I knew. He called up the cat that he knew. He said, well, stay on. We'll do a 3-way call with him. I said, because he knows me too. I've been on a panel with Hasim Rockman Jr. He follows me on Twitter. I follow him. And you know how you can tell that cool people on Twitter, bro? I don't know if it's vanity or what, but if you follow somebody and he's got 4,000, 15,000 followers, then he only follows 300 people and you're one of them, that's kind of cool. It's a kind of a cool feeling. And anyway, man, I hope he gets back to me because, man, who knows? Maybe we can get the ball rolling a little bit. And I don't hear anything in the background. I think I should be hearing some music here, shouldn't I? At least something, yeah. At least something because I need something to bop out on over here. If there's nobody in here talking to me, then I need some kind of music to keep the wheels upstairs rolling. I think I was probably born to music. Probably a fucking jazz band going out. Come on, push. He said push. But anyway, man, I forget where I was even talking about here. Oh yeah, the fucking fight that we're going to try to get going over here. So fucking Tim Jr. says Hasim Rockman Jr. And they're right around the same weight. And Hasim Rockman Jr. is active. He's doing exhibitions. He's actually fighting legitimate matches. And we're trying to make the connection right now. And see if that'll happen. And if it does, then you're gonna know that Skywalker, Bruce Gas, the names that I don't want to drop right now without their permission. But we're trying to get this together, and who knows, man? We'll do it grassroots, and we'll see what's going to happen. But, I know they're going to get together now because it's pretty much all set, so it's in their hands. But we'll see what happens. Should be a fun thing, man. See, I didn't hear the shot that Plant hit the road, but I saw it, man. I saw it. It was a beautiful shot. I don't think Caleb Plant has ever thrown a punch that hard or that accurate or that important in a fight. But bad blood. I hope it's gone because, man, fucking let it go, bury it, bro. Fuck it. You don't want life is too short. Believe me, life is way too short. Hold no grudges. They're not worth it. If you can't straighten it out, just rise above it. Believe me, it's not worth it in the long run. It's minuscule. There are much more important things. There's a big plan, a big scheme of things that are going to be happening. So let it go. Rip off the rearview mirror, as my buddy Chad says. Maybe it's just this esoterical music that I'm listening to. But what that the Wilder fight now? Where does Wilder go from here? And a lot of people are saying things about the fight. He took a dive. It was a setup. It wasn't worth it. It wasn't a worthy opponent. But see, you got to give Wilder the break, man. It's his comeback fight. He took 2 hellacious beatings. Hey, Reggie Owens, man, salute to you, brother. He took 2 hellacious beatings, and after a beating like that, you deserve a soft touch. It's a comeback fight. It's a springboard fight. It's happening throughout boxing. Nobody comes off a tough beat down and goes right back into the fire. Unless your name is Muhammad Ali. But we're gonna give Deontay Wilder the break in this. He's got the power once again. He's 214 pounds, man. Man, give him the fucking breaks. He did what he was supposed to do. Nobody's calling it. Nobody's calling for a rematch. That's for sure. It was a thorough knockout. Wilder only had to use that one right hand. We put him to sleep. And it was a nice ending because right after that, I could actually stop unwinding and get ready to go to bed. And I thought I was going to be up till about 2:00 last night. But yeah, any of you cats want to come on and talk about those fights last night? Because I kind of gave my say on it. If anybody has anything else to say, there he is, man. Brian Hodkin. I knew he'd jump up here. How you doing, bro?
How you doing, Bruce? Yeah, all good, man. Yourself?
I'm down unwinding. I'm doing great, brother.
Tell
me what you saw last night, bro.
Okay, where to start? I agree with you in the women's. The 10 to 2 minute rounds. The 2 minute rounds really doesn't give the women an opportunity. Just as it's about to get violent, it's like, okay, now stop. No.
Oh yeah, man. That should be the change. Boxing's ever evolving. Fucking, get it right. Do it experimentally. Yeah. If it doesn't work out, then go back to the 2 minutes. But I think it would be a definite improvement. Hey, shout out to my two Matador out there, bro. Peace.
Yeah. I thought Crystal Shields boxed well. She put her combinations together very well. She landed the punches, but she was getting up to at times. But I thought Crystal Shields had good times, but I just thought Crystal classed her from that perspective. Okay. Gary Antoine Russell fight. I think he's been overhyped. Emmanuel Rodriguez is a good fighter, but no upper body movement, no head movement. That right hand was there to be clipped all night long. Every time he threw the right hand, Emmanuel Rodriguez could not miss. Just couldn't miss. What a for there. Devin Haney.
Yeah, it's kind of breaking up a little bit on you, bro.
Okay. I'll come back out none.
All right, man. Hey, shout out to my brother Reggie Owens out there, man. And I gotta say, Reggie, before I forget it, man, those fucking shows you've been doing lately with those vintage fights, bro. Awesome shit, man. That's fucking great shit, bro. Keep doing that, man, because I do that a lot, man. And it's so great to relive those. And it's even greater when I don't have to fucking worry about the fucking production and putting it up there, making sure it's on my other screen. And you do a great job, Reggie. So shout out to Reggie Owens on his classic fight series. And shout out to my brother Get This Smoke, man. Peace, my man. How you
doing? Hey, peace, Bruce. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. How you doing, Jay?
Fucking great now, bro.
Yeah, man. Shade better and spectacular, I hope. Yeah, man, we had some good fights yesterday. Brian was I don't want to step on his thunder if he's still going.
No. I thought Devin Haney just outclassed him, jab 1-2. Right. There was a point where I think it was around the 10th round, he started sitting on his punches. But the reason he wasn't really he was never going to stop him is because he does a 1-2 and he sets, or he does a 1-2-3 and resets. he doesn't throw that 5, 6, 7 punch combination. You know, he needs to get a guy out of there.
I don't think. I also don't think that. I also don't think that Kambosos was there for a 5-6. But like Kambosos was trying to amble. He was doing it.
Yeah, but in general, he doesn't throw that 5, 6, 7, combination. Annoying.
I mean, well, he did against. Well, I think he did against Linares
and he got caught.
Yeah, he got clipped. Exactly. Like it's not really. So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no. So he doesn't want that to happen to him again. So he sits down on a couple of punches, then he sets and removes, sits down on a few more punches. You know what I mean? I thought he could be like it was pretty much the same as the first fight. He tried a few things. He tried to switch it a little bit.
It could very well be though that Kambosos has a good chin.
Yeah. Also, something Kambosos did something different from the first fight. But in the first fight, Devin Haney's right hand side. Fight, he was moving to his left hand side, trying to stay away from Devin Haney's right. So he just basically switched up some of the things he was doing from the first fight. He was a bit more defensive responsible in this fight, but defense not Devin. Things defense was trash. He had no defense. And Wilder, Wilder did it a lot quicker than I thought he did. I picked 4th round KO. So, pretty much how I thought the fight would go only with the first round. I thought once
Oh, your mic is fading bad, dude.
Oh, sorry. I don't know what's wrong.
You want to try come back again, but because really you're talking and nobody can really hear you, so it kind of sucks on everybody's part, man.
My bad.
You never know, because sometimes it gets better. The fucking Bluetooth or whatever the hell you're using. But anyway, man. Hey, C Wood, bro. How you doing, brother?
He might be still setting up, but yeah, I don't think that the Clarissa Shields fights or the Alicia Baumgardner fights needed to be any longer than they were. I think the Clarissa Shields fight was a really good argument for 2-minute rounds, and 2 minutes and 10 rounds for championship fights. I didn't think that for the Serrano fight, Serrano Taylor. I thought that fight would have definitely benefited from 3 minutes and probably 12 rounds too.
My thought on that is it might even shorten the fight if it were 3-minute rounds, because they have more of a chance to warm up. There'd be more stoppages. Fights get stopped, I'd say, more in the latter third of the round than they would in the first 2/3 of the round. So I think that last minute would really make a difference. I think it would make it more exciting. I think there'd be more stoppages, and I think it would actually shorten the fight instead of lengthen it.
See, I think it could shorten it a number of rounds that we get, but I think, and we would get more stoppages, but I think most of the stoppages we get would be due to exhaustion. Not really because like one person's like better than the other. It'd just be like a gas tank fucking war, basically. I don't know. Like, well, I mean, because of what I saw out of those two women, like I didn't think that I was gonna get anything different if it was 3 minutes, or 12 rounds. I felt like they gave it their all. But yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it was just like this weekend's fights before this weekend, I've been like, yeah, they need to fix something. They either make it 12 rounds or 3 minutes or both. But this weekend's fights, I was just like, you know what? These fights are actually like a perfect length.
Wow, your signal's coming in fucked up too. I could hear you in the beginning, but then the last.
Hold on. I'll go outside. The
last was wow. I guess everybody's having them now. Brian Hawkins back in here. Let's see if you're any better, my brother.
Yo, can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but tell me a little bit about Tell me a little bit about the fucking the Sanchez Negron fight, and see if you keep going clear. Hey, Ryan, okay. Bro, and Seawood, let's try it again, brother. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I thought Negron started okay, but Sanchez was landing very good combinations. He was using his jab very well. When he was pushing Negron back, Negron really didn't have an answer for him. Can you hear me?
Yeah, perfect now, man.
Yeah. I switched over to my tablet. So yeah, he just didn't have an answer. When Sanchez put his combinations together, right? He was landing clean. That Negron guy, he really didn't. He really didn't have any defense.
So what do we do with Sanchez now?
I really don't know how I rate Sanchez. Tell you the truth, I'd like to see him in the ring with someone like a Philip Herkovich or,
Oh, nice, yeah, nice fight.
Someone like that there, like a real test for him, see where he is, and also a test for Philip Herkovich, see where both guys are. So something like that would be interesting. Or put him in with what do you call the guy Wilder beat twice, the Cuban.
That would be Ortiz.
Yeah, Luis Ortiz. So something like that there. Like just to see where he is, because I really don't. You can only beat the guy in front of you. You know what I mean? Like, but you know what I mean.
He doesn't fight enough. We don't have any opinion of it because we don't see him enough. He's another one.
Yeah.
2 years, man, once twice a year, if we're lucky. I mean, come on. You know the fighters we grew up with, even the fighters in the 80s. These guys are fighting 4 times a year, 3 times a minimum, and that's why we can still talk about them today, because we remember them. We don't, clearly they had paths in their careers. They fought each other. It's fighters today. Now Sanchez has been a pro for how many years?
I read something like yesterday. He's been a pro now for 8 or 9 years.
Yeah, I mean, dude, how many fighters of our heyday, or my heyday, but even yours, Bill, because you're a young scholar. How many of those guys by 8 pro fights were already world titleists? Multiple times. Sometimes it's already over. And
like 8 years in, they'd be like in their 30th fight.
Yeah.
30th to 35 fights. And that's a conservative number for some of them, so you're correct, right? These guys don't fight enough. They're like, it's hard to get an opinion on fighters today, and it comes because we mightn't see Devin Haney for another 10 months.
That's the sad part about boxing. I cry about it all the time. I'm like, inactivity, get these guys in the ring, get them fighting. Even if they don't fight each other, eventually they will. If they keep fighting easy fights but do it on a regular basis, it's going to be a demand. You've beaten all the fighters below you. You've beaten anybody we want to see out there. You're not you don't build up a contender from God knows where with a 30-1 record, ranked number 1 by the IBF. Dude, it's like just keep fighting. Just keep fighting.
Yeah, no, I agree. The other thing too, with the fighters, like I remember, was it the Devonchenko fight with Jamal Charlo and Devonchenko? Remember that pay-per-view? Remember the Rosario and Jamal Charlo was on, right? They did a double pay-per-view thing, right? After Devonchenko and Jamal Charlo, I was high on Jamal Charlo, and I was like, I want to see him in the ring again. I didn't see him for a year, right? You know what I mean? Like, I thought he boxed well that night, and you just lose something for the fighters when that happens. You just lose like interest in the fighters.
I could go on. I have this list that I put on my community page. It's got 20 fighters that have only fought once a year, and it's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And some of them are unified, some of them are undefeated. Some are up and coming, some are a seasoned veteran, and it's like, what the fuck is going on with boxing today?
Yeah.
What can we do about it? World.
Well, I think doing what you're doing, right? Pay for fights we don't want to see as a community. You know, I think if boxing fans actually came out and paid for fights that we did want to see, maybe they go, you want to know something? This is a good idea. Maybe we should do more of that. Right? But actually putting these guys fighting more than once a year, you know, or twice a year even, you know, I don't know how we get that done. A fan base, I really don't.
No, I don't either.
Fighters making the money. They're comfortable now. You know.
Well, I think it
one big paycheck. You know.
I think it extends your career too. I think it's very hard to get like, you know, since the last 40 years, it's been hard to get like 20-year fight guys who've had 20-year careers. If you're fighting a whole bunch, you get it in, but your career is gonna be short. Like you know, Mayweather's and the Pacquiao's. I don't know. It's a trade off, right? Like long careers versus a lot of fights packed in a short amount of time.
But you want to be fighting after your prime. That's when you get hurt. You know. Why would you want to extend a fucking career 15 years, man, when you could do it in 8 years and you know,
I think your prime gets extended, right? If you don't fight as often, like Tommy Hearns was like outside of his prime at 30 years old, right? That's when he was fighting like James Kitchen and 168 pounds. He looked like a 40-something-year-old man today.
They didn't have the nutrition they have today. They didn't have the medical technology. Just learn how to extend a fighter's career by training him properly. And I don't know, but
I mean, even if you take a look at like side to side, right? Charlo versus Canelo, right? They're the same age. You know, Canelo's been a pro, 15 years. He's like an active dude. He's got like 60-something fights. That dude's like, he kind of looks like him. The Charlos, Spence, they're the same age, but they don't look like they're the same age physically. They look like Canelo seems like he's fucking done.
Yeah, but look at the fucking bank account. The fucking.
I mean, I get you. I'm just saying.
If Canelo didn't feel up to it, if he didn't feel 100 inside, he doesn't have to fight anymore.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
Yeah.
So he's not broken down. He's not like
I don't think he's broken down. I'm just saying. I think what people. I think the trade-off is people are just extending that same career. Like instead of having a whole bunch of great fights in a 10-year career, they're having a few good fights in a 20-year career.
But the thing is, right? If you're going to come back, if you're going to fight once or twice a year, right? At least fight the best fighters. At least make it be worth your time to come back and, right? At least make it memorable. These guys are coming in and they're fighting B, C, D level fighters.
Well, I mean, right? It depends. Like, so some are and some aren't, right? I mean, everybody fights twice a year. Yeah. Like really, everybody fights twice a year, right?
Yeah, some of them are and some of them aren't, right? But a lot of these guys ain't fighting the competition they should be fighting. If you're gonna come and we fight once a year, at least fight the best, right?
Fact, my bro. Yep.
I mean, once a year. Yeah. I don't know how you can. And like if you can only fight once a year and only fight the best and keep beating those guys, like that is a feat in and of itself, right? But I don't know if that's like a model. Like that's what Floyd Mayweather's kind of doing. I mean, it depends on, but he was also like kind of being liberal with the definition of what the best was, right? Like there's a bunch of guys that people felt like he should have fought that were in his weight class and outside his weight class even, right?
Pastor Pride Best, but are with weight clauses or whatever. But I honestly believe that, right? If you're going to fight once a year, right, and you got this guy, right, and they're two great choices. But you choose this guy, who nobody's barely heard of, or he's got maybe one or two good wins, but his record ain't that great. And you go in and you outbox him for 12 rounds, right? And really, what credit do you get by more money into your bank account with taking no risk?
You mean Tio versus McKinson? I mean, if
Yeah.
you step up,
Right, it's happening today, bro. He's right. That's the way boxing is. These motherfuckers, they're not fighting the tough fights. They're fighting once a year. If you're gonna fight once a year, fight the other guy who's just as good as you. Everybody wanted you to fight, but he's only fighting once a year. Put it together. It ain't happening, bro. Like you said, they're extending their careers, fighting once a year. And you know, pretty soon people are gonna say, "Fuck this! I'm not paying for a pay-per-view."
They're not testing themselves. That's what I'm at. At least give yourself a test. At least give yourself. Well, my opinion. Some people think he'll beat me. Some people think I'll beat him. Right? Test yourself.
Once a year should be
not
the ultimate test, bro.
We don't ask for much, right? If you're going to fight once a year, at least show us why we should tune in and watch you.
Well, all right. So let me be specific. Let's be specific, because I think I'm a little bit confused. Are we saying that twice a year is enough or not?
Twice a year, yeah. For an elite fighter, yes. Not for a contender.
Twice a year. Right. So twice a year is fine for one of these champions.
For a champion.
For a champion.
Once a year, he can fight a top 10er. The second fight should be unification or undisputed. That's
all right. So yeah. So I think I get what you're saying, because that list of people who only fight a year who are also champions is kind of a much smaller list, right? And I think
they
have
to defend their title once a year against the top contender, and then they can have an optional defense, but it's got to be against a top 10 contender.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I mean.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So twice a year is fine. So it's really just these once a year guys. So right. So ostensibly in the last so we got Big Charlo, we got Spence. It's coming on Bud.
Violation. They should all be fined $100,000 a year for not fighting.
Right. So those are those guys. So, but both Maul Charlo and Spence got injured though. They were supposed to fight.
If you have injured. If you have a doctor's note and can prove it, then you get a pass.
Right.
But
and then
injuries, yeah.
You're right back in the list again.
Yeah, like natural injuries. He was set to fight and he got injured. That's a completely different. Like he had a fight set up.
Yeah, both of them
got injured. That's a completely different story. I had no fight and I got injured, and I'm using that for a reason not to fight. Right?
So Spence was injured going into the Pacquiao fight, and Pacquiao was a champion. He had the WBA super champ belt at that point.
Actually, they took the belt off him. Yeah, but yeah.
Say again.
They took the belt off.
Yeah, I know, but initially, I think that happened after Spence got injured, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, that happened after. Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. At some point, anyway, at some point during the making of that fight, they switched out his fucking. They switched him to a regular champion or some shit. I think he switched places with Ugas, right? Ugas became the super, and Manny became the regular. So anyway, point being, thanks for that clarification. Charlo was fighting Selecki when he got injured, so people weren't really even hype off the Selecki fight to begin with. And so him getting injured just compounded the issue. In his defense, though, he did try to fight Munguia, and they rejected that contract. And he also tried to fight Canelo, and they rejected that contract.
There's another fighter who hasn't fought anyone of any note, Ivy Munguia. So.
But I think he's fighting often, though. Yeah. I don't think he's fighting once a year, and he's also not a champion.
No, he's not. He's not a champion, but he hasn't fought anyone of note.
No, yeah, Saddam Ali, he's still dying out of Saddam Ali. Although I think he beat Gabe Rosado too. Yeah,
he beat Gabe. Majority of people beat Gabe Rosado. No offense to Gabe. I like Gabe Rosado. He's entertaining and all, but
Beck the Bully didn't beat Gabe Rosado, and so they didn't be served.
Yeah, like but like seriously, like
Yeah, I know. Hey, listen, I hear what you're saying. I saw Shea Mosley Jr. Put on a signature performance against. No, sorry, it was that Shea. Yeah. Shea Mosley Jr. put on a signature performance against Gabe Rosado.
Yeah.
Still waiting for him to come back. I actually want to see him at 168 now. See him fight like Andrade.
Yeah. Was that his last fight? Because that's about a year ago.
Who? Shea Mosley Jr.? Oh man, dude, I've seen like 4 of his fights over however long his career has been. Like, it seems like his career has been like a decade. It used to be like a good rule of thumb was like 10 years before you got a shot, unless you're one of these standout guys.
Yeah, but you had to work for that though. You had to work to get a shot. You had to fight contenders to get a shot.
Yeah,
now
and you have to develop all that stuff, right? You have to develop your skills.
Now all you have to do is be ranked.
Well, I mean, it used to be developmental fights, right? Like now you have like guys who are champions still in developmental fights. Like, AJ was a chief. Like Eddie Hearn was literally marking him as the heavyweight who was still a work in progress.
Morel is a champion, and he hasn't fought anybody of note. There's so many of them out there that hold minor championships. Boxing today is so fucked up. These blue chip fighters, these future greats, they're getting babied from day one. They're signing these multi-million-dollar contracts, so they're not fighting the 6 rounders, the 4 rounders that they should be fighting. They're not active. They're not cutting their teeth in the ring. It's a whole different business right now. Boxing is it's a white collar behind the doors fucking numbers game, and I don't get it anymore. I just watch it now, really, man. It's the way these champions are coddled, not defending their title for a whole year. What the fuck sport would ever do that? Huh?
Yeah.
And then when you get a guy who defends multiple times, their body breaks down. They can't deal with it. Like, I don't know. You saw Tevin Farmer.
What the fuck are they doing?
I'm just telling you. That's what it is. I don't get it. I'm just saying. Like Tevin Farmer, he was like a really active champion, and then when he lost to Jojo Diaz, it looked like he had like some kind of nerve damage or something. It looked weird.
Time to move on, man. That's why they should have something. They should have Plan B, just like in the ring. Go to college, man. Take those courses. If boxing, if you can't keep up with boxing, then it's not your sport. But boxing it's like, I hate to sound cold, but it's like sports racing. It's a fucking elite. It's an elite fucking sport, and we only want winners in there. If you're not, if you're not in that elite winners game, you can't pretend. You can't not fight. Come and fight once a year, and I don't even know where I was going with this, but fighters should be fighting more often, and they should be fighting competition. Not even the non-champions. They should be fighting, man. And these mandatories, it's such bullshit when they call these fights mandatory. Mandatory what? Mandatory the winner might get another shot on Pirate Per View. But
mandatory means nothing anymore because
nothing.
Someone like Derek
mandatory. Forgive me, Brian. Forgive me. I gotta be beat, Brian. I'll ask the question to you, Brian. Right? Don't you think mandatory ought to imply consequences?
Yeah, it should. It should. That means nothing. It should.
It does. It does for the champion if he doesn't fight. There's no consequence to the
that's what I'm
mandatory.
saying. It ought to be, though. It ought to be, right? We can all agree.
Friesen's asking me a question about the champions, the regular champions and the real champions. The fucking regular champions, that's a regional champion now. That's like a vice president. The different organizations, they fucked around with that. Like the WBC has that franchise, but still, WBC's regular champion is the ultimate in the WBC. The franchise is not the ultimate. And then the WBA, the super champion is the ultimate.
That's the one that counts. The rest of
them that's not the one that Direll had. But that's not the one Direll has, right?
No. He doesn't have that one.
But people will say Tank Davis has the belt that fucking Roberto Duran had.
No, you can't do that. You can't do that,
I'm
bro.
just saying the reason why he's saying that is because I think you characterize Morel as a champion, and that's the belt that Morel has.
Who? I didn't characterize. I just got here.
Doc, see, you're already giving a place bad vibes, and you just get in here. But,
I didn't say anything. I didn't even say Morel's name.
My homeboy Andre Friesen was saying that I was saying he never beat a champion. That's the fucking knock on him around here. He's never beat a fucking champion. And he mentioned somebody. The dude was
but that's boo boo. Like Andre has never defeated champion, and he's a 2-division champion, and he's in his third champion. He's never even faced a former champion.
He's from my fucking town, my state. He's 10 miles away, but he's the biggest disappointment. I was talking to a couple of cats today, some of the old timers down the road. We're talking boxing. I'm telling them some of the shit going on here, and one of the guys goes, "How about that middleweight from Providence?" And everybody knows everybody in Providence. This guy works for the laborers' union. Andre's father's and his brothers in the union, and they're like, man, he could have had so much potential, but he ain't fought nobody. And I started naming some of the fighters, and they're like, who? Yeah, well, I guess he's blowing it. He's blowing it.
Smith's the best name on his record.
Oh. You can't even name the fucking fighters.
Seriously.
The Irish guy he just fought in New Hampshire last November. Brian.
Quigley.
Yeah, Jason Quigley.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, he did with Quigley what he was supposed to. That was one of the top. But now, I think it was me and you, Brian.
I cringe Jason Quigley. He's shite.
No, fair enough. But I think me and you, Brian, watched him and Liam Smith.
Yeah,
Undercard, that is right.
We did, yeah.
And I'm not saying he won I'm not saying he didn't win the fight, but man, he was making so many basic errors, Bruce, that in my opinion are not born of boxing ignorance. It's not a matter of him not knowing. It's a matter of him not having to do it. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
He's never pushed. He's never pushed himself. That's the
right. And against Liam Smith,
you guys remember Ferdinand the Bull? He just wanted to smell the roses, and they wanted him to be a fucking tough motherfucker. And that's Demetrius Andrade, bro. He's got a laid back attitude, and he just wants to smell the roses.
And he kept making basic mistakes, Bruce, where like he was moving into fucking Liam Smith's power hand. Again, he won the fight
all the time.
Yeah. He won the fight, right? But you know what I mean? You could see the erosion of the skills if
he peaked out as an amateur.
Maybe I'll give him maybe when he beat Martirosyan. Maybe there's his like peak.
He ain't the first fighter to peak out as an amateur though. He ain't the first pro, and he won't be the last. But here's my thing: he's not even attempted to fight another world champion.
That's the sad part about it,
Yeah.
If you put off one fight, make at least Deontay Wilder pulled out of the Otto Wallin fight, and at least he went to fucking Tyson Fury, right?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. I'm not gonna get mad at that.
That's what I'm saying. If you pull out of a fight, you should at least move on to a.
Yeah, I think he looked at Fury though and goes, "This guy's past it."
All right, if we're talking the first time around, absolutely. They come on. I thought, oh man, Wilder's going to take this cokehead that's getting off the couch, right? Been sitting on the couch for what was it? 2 or 3 years at that point.
I used to follow Fury back then on Instagram, and I could see the guy was training his socks off for the Wilder fight. He really pushed himself to get himself in what he believed top shape for that fight, for the first one.
Okay. Fair enough. You're tuned in social media wise. But if you're looking at it from like all you see is him against Sefer Safari and the second best Albanian cruiserweight, right? And then he's fight. Right, exactly. Or no, going into the first Wilder fight, especially that one was like, you know, it wasn't just me. Everybody thought Wilder was going to knock him out. I was convinced Wilder was going to eventually whip him and knock him out.
I fought Fury when I boxed Wilder. You know,
really, the first time. I'm not saying I believe you. I believe you if you say.
Because I was talking to my brother about it, right? And you can ask my brother. I said, Wilder's just got a right hand. If Fury can stay away from that right hand, I think you can outbox him. You know, that was my territory going in, and I was pretty much right, except for he couldn't stay away from that right hand. He got
hit with the left. I mean, the left hook dropped him too.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, after he got hit with the right.
No, I mean, I'm talking about the
right hand, left hook.
I'm not talking about the 12 round. I'm talking about the when he got dropped in the ninth.
Yeah, but he was already on the way down. You know, it was just
No, that's in the 12th. I'm talking about in the ninth.
Yeah,
he's talking about the first one, Brian.
Oh yeah.
Where Fury taps himself on the forehead like I'm a dumbass for letting myself get hit like that. But hey, man, the power is real. And say what you want about Wilder. I've always said this. You know, I don't think he's all that great, but hey, don't get hit with that right hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If only you could use it. Yeah, he's not that great. So tie one arm behind his back. And then hopefully, like everyone hits the deck with this dude. They either get stopped or dropped. Everybody. And the question is his power real? Like, okay, whatever, guys.
No, that's I don't know what
I never questioned dude's power, right?
Come on.
Exactly. No, I'm telling you, other guys do. They're like, unless he goes against Joe Joyce or something like that, like. I mean, I guess, I don't know, man. He just seems to separate human beings from their senses. It seems like...
No, he sends them to the shadow realm. What are you talking about? The power's not real. That's like the one thing about Wilder that is real, is the power.
Crazy. It's fucking crazy. Mind-separating senses fucking blanking power.
Dude, totally.
And, bro, did you see where he hit fucking Helenius?
Helenius!
It was in the fucking cheek. It was fucking...
it was the cheek. He went right through.
That usually breaks a bone and hurts you. That doesn't usually send your fucking eyeballs rolling into the fucking
I've been hit there.
Like they can throw dirt on you.
I've been hit there about 1,000 times. I know that.
Literally, I was on a panel last night with someone saying it was a fix. And so my question was to one was like, let me see here. I just got hit by Wilder face. Yeah. Let's see if it's possible. Yeah. Let's see if you can convince anybody that you just got hit by Wilder.
Here's my thing, right? I've been hitting that area about 1,000 times. I know that hurts. Sometimes you don't even have to hit hard for that to hurt. Sometimes it's the shots, that tap you, it hurts more than the shots actually go for your chin.
You know what it looks like to me, guys?
As far as they're being friends, bro, fucking, that's ridiculous. How many best friends have we watched who put on the greatest fucking shows in boxing?
Yeah, bro? Right. No, that's the beauty of fighting your friends.
Best friends that you saw fight each other.
Or even stinkers. Like, I mean, it can go both ways, but they still fought.
Yeah, I fought my brother 6 fucking times. I had no mercy for him. He had no mercy for me.
Brian. Brian. We hang on. If you got,
I had fucking 4 of them.
If you got brothers,
I'm talking about guys like Simon Brown and Maurice Blanca.
Okay, yeah.
They were roommates. They were fucking the best of friends.
Yep.
All of a sudden, one's a fucking WBC champion. One's an champion. Hey,
you remember when Jamil McCline and Chris Bird? You remember when Jamil McCline and Chris Bird fought? Like their wives were sitting next to each other and walked to the ring hand in hand, y'all like that.
I fought some of my best.
I'm going to go way back even further. You guys remember a guy named Bruce Curry and Monroe Brooks?
Hell yeah, Monroe Brooks. Hey, I believe Monroe Brooks had a controversial. He had a controversial fight with.
But that fight was over a woman. They were best friends.
Wilfred Benitez. Sorry, Bruce. Go ahead.
and they were both screwing the same girl. And yeah, and who the fuck was the promoter in New York? Al Braverman said, hey, take it in the ring, guys.
Braverman, yep.
If I
the rest of history, man.
If I cried every time I fought my best friend or I fought my friends, if I, right, I fought my friends in tournaments. I fought them, right. I went to this kid, right. We went to secondary school together, like what you would call high school,
right.
We were best friends. We sat beside each other, right, near enough every day. We played football. He's from a different boxing club. I was, right, and me and him have a war in the ring, right?
Well,
like
no, what do the pro wrestlers always say about working with your friends? It's great. Why? Because you can hit your friends harder. And you know what I mean? You can hit them and they'll still be your friend afterwards.
Right. We beat the shit out of each other, right? The tournament was on a Sunday, right? We beat the shit out of each other, right? We were back in school, as best friends on the Monday.
Right, yeah. Dude, me and one of my fucking best friends, right? My fucking step uncle has pictures of us beating the fuck out of each other, like bloody noses, the whole bit, right? And it was just fucking. It was just like learning how to fight. Quite honestly, it was just like they literally took us up into the woods, right, to their cabin, and we're like, okay, now we want you two make sure prove to us that you know how to fight, right? But then it turns into okay, you got to prove something. You're a kid. You know what I mean? You end up beating the shit out of each other because you're friends. Hey, that means you can beat the fuck out of each other a little bit more than.
Absolutely, right.
Right.
Like, I'm thinking to myself, I heard Wilder cried. I didn't see it. I pretty much turned it off right after the fight was. I was like, I'm okay.
Okay. The question is this, Brian: do you think he legitimately knocked Helenius out? Because I think he did.
I think he did. I think he did. I don't think he knocked him out. I think Helenius was elusive. When he.
Well, okay. Do you think he hit? Do you think he hit him?
Helenius just decided I can't take this here. I'm just going to stay down.
Right, exactly. Because you know what,
that's a different story altogether, right? That was Helenius.
Yeah, exactly. You know what Helenius reminded me of?
Let me shout out to Haplotype who came in here, man.
Oh, for sure.
Smith came in here. These two guys right here, man. Randy Stevens and fucking Ken Norton were best pals. I think one was the best man at the other guy's wedding. And this was like a wedding present.
Oh, I gotta before Cosell says it. The insider betting favorite in this fight was Randy Stevens.
The 25-year-old opponent who's come on impressively of late. He knocked out Tommy Prater in the second round. The bell for round one will fit him.
Check this out, man. These guys were friends, man. Hey, El Pinche, how you doing, my brother? Salute. Mick Smith, what's happening, bro? But we're talking about the fights we saw on Saturday night. This is good background stuff. So keep going, you guys. Keep going, man.
We were all over the place. Me and Brian Harkin were all over the place.
I'm just saying, if I cried every time I fought one of my friends, I would be, I'd still be crying to this day.
Right.
But seriously, I would be, right? But right?
Well, okay, Brian,
I just thought it's competition. That's it.
No, I get it. No, but Brian, I'm going to play devil's advocate, right? Even though I'm with you, right? I grew up the same way, right? The devil's advocate would be this, okay, you're gonna you're gonna tell me that a sign of your friendship, right, is the fact that you can bloody each other's noses and not hate each other afterwards. Now, again, my answer to that question would be absolutely yes.
I've had the shit beaten out of me, right?
Right.
And I beat the shit out of the other guy too. And right after training, went straight to the pub with that guy.
There
you know what I
go.
mean? Like,
Yep.
Having a drink like nothing ever happened. With me with a freaking black eye and him with, something wrong with his cheek or blood coming out of somewhere with bandages on.
No, it's not exactly the same, but an analog, in my opinion, Brian, would be when we used to play American football. When I'm talking about with no pads or anything, right?
Yeah.
We're out at recess, and we're crushing each other. Yeah, exactly. We're wiping each other out, right? But at the end of the day, we're helping each other up, and you know what I mean, making sure nobody's trying to actually kill each other. But
it's high school, and then it's a different story.
Right. I'm talking about grade school, Bruce Gass. We used to wipe each other out in grade school playing American football. Like I played quarterback because I knew how to fucking, I knew how to organize plays and routes and all that kind of shit. And even then, yeah, dude, we like I said, we wipe as long as the fucking recess teachers weren't fucking there to intervene, we would wipe each other out like we were fucking, you know what I mean, like we were the LA Raiders back in the day.
Yeah.
What's my man's name, Bruce?
Which man?
That paralyzed Direll Stevens.
Oh, fucking Tatum.
Tatum. Yeah, we were like, dude, we all thought we were fucking grade school Jack Tatums out there. I mean, you didn't know no better though, Bruce. You didn't know no better as a kid. You know what I mean? Back then, you didn't know no better. You were just
look at Ken Norton's dishing a hurting on fucking.
He is.
Yeah.
Right hand uppercut. The overhand right and the uppercut with the left, huh? Yeah.
You see the way he stays in range as well.
Yep.
And
look at that fucking Archie Moore defense.
Yep.
And Stevens is trying to get the uppercut in, but he
don't know. Yeah, that's something you don't see nowadays, the crisscross defense.
Oh, no, that was actually pretty good by Stevens, I got to be honest. That was a pretty good combination. He just landed there.
Yep.
But he's making a mistake going into the pocket with Norton, in my opinion. He needs to be, keep it out there, huh? See? Yeah, stay away, man. Stay away. You don't want to be up close like that with him.
Now, Doc, this fight was what, just before the Scott Ledoux fight?
I want to say yes. Which is a great fight, and we talked about that the other day. I remember now. We talked about the Norton Scott Ledoux, which is a classic, by the way.
Definitely a classic fight, and it comes up a lot of times on my YouTube. I guess they know I watch boxing, so I always get a lot of good boxing matches on here. Hey, rolling with the punches. How you doing, man?
Yeah, you see the way he's crossing the fist with a,
left
with
hook.
a guard.
Yeah,
right.
And you want to come on here and speak your mind, man? Please do. Sunday night.
Yeah. Especially Haplo, man.
I'll be on here till about 11 o'clock. So, man,
right on.
I never did this before. I never opened it up like this. And if anybody wants to come on, man, be my guest and
I wanted to just talk a little bit about George Kambosos, like him coming in to try to out dirty, like just basically foul his way to breaking up Devin Haney's game plan, and how little how ineffective that was ultimately. Like it just, like, at a certain point, I think the tactic is a sound one, but you have to back it up with something else. Or else it just like smacks of desperation and like kind of spite.
Well, no. Here's the problem, right? Like I this is gonna sound fucked up, right? But there's guys that are good at that kind of roughhouse fighting, right? Like an Orlando Salido in his prime, like when he beat Lomachenko, for example. And there's guys that suck at it. It really is, as fucked up as it sounds, it is a skill in and of itself. I always say, real quick, Smoke, and then I'll mute.
I agree 100%.
I always say about Salido the biggest gift Salido had was he had a radar for where the ref was and therefore knew which hand he could use to get away with low blows and shit. Now, go ahead.
Yeah, he also, like, for some reason, might have been like his eyeballs may have been somewhere else because his face seemed to be totally like in view of what's going on. I should have been having really bird's eye view, but anyway, maybe that's it came.
Floyd had a great radar for where the referee is when it came to holding. When it came to holding the arm, it was always on the other side of the referee, and right, he had a great, that's something Floyd was good at as well, right? Some fighters have that, right? They just have a great radar. They know where the referee is.
I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm saying that's part of the game.
That's part of the game.
So here's the thing: Salido varied it up, and he used it. That was effective. But that started even before the fight, right? He was like, "I'm not even going to try to make weight. I'm just going to beat this dude's ass." And I was like, he was upfront about it. Like, he wasn't worried about like the conventional rules kind of thing. And yeah, Salido that was a special performance. I don't think Kambosos. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just saying it seems like there was this time
Kambosos don't know how to fight.
Where he was just standing there switching for no reason and taking photos for 2/3 of a round.
Yep. Kambosos don't know how to fight rough, man, is what I took away from the
but it just seems like it seems like a fun tactic at a certain point. Like you're saying, like there's a way to be effective to get a W, and there's another way where you're just like, all I can do is like scratch you and across the face.
Okay, I got you.
Here, Devin's strong as well. That's something we can't overlook or underlook, right? I think Devin's, nice. I think Devin's very strong on the clinch on the inside.
I think his fouling came across as catty, right? Like not really as like an effective way to like win the fight.
Right.
Let me just say one thing before I let you guys continue here.
Yes, sir.
This is about friendship right here. These guys were friends. I just want you to pay attention to what Ken Norton does after he lands this left hook on here.
Well, look at Stevens. Stevens is trying to knock him out too.
Oh yeah, but think of what Ken Norton could have done. I mean,
I was me. I'm throwing Heather for letter. Son, I want to get one up with my friend.
Well, I think he could have really done some serious damage. Watch how he just kind of stands him up.
Yeah.
I think it's going to happen like any second now.
Yeah.
Boom.
The left hook. He's already gone. Okay, he's already gone.
Yeah, he could have threw like 3, 4, 5 shots. Yeah.
Oh, back then he could have.
That was muscle memory. That was a 3-shot combo that you studied. You had to get all 3 of us off.
Man, he could but for back, I see what.
All 3 of those are coming, baby. If we were gonna catch one,
beautiful.
Hey, what's that first one landed? Yeah, man, those other 2 there.
But especially back then, though. Back then, Smoke, he could have got away with. He could have easily just gone through with 5 more punches, and they wouldn't have said shit. Back then, they wouldn't have said shit.
Look at this 3-shot, man.
As it is. Nice. Look at Stevens, dude. Randy Stevens is no joke.
Underneath the elbow to the low.
Yep. Body shot. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
The left hook.
He could have went bum bum bum.
Yep. He could have lit him up, man. He could have lit him up and got away. And back then, especially, got away with it.
That was a beautiful shot.
Yeah, he didn't do that. Yeah, he did not. Yeah, he was done. He could have done. if he didn't like him, like Bud.
Exactly.
You think he should have lit him up, huh, Doc?
Exactly.
Yeah, he would have lit his ass up. Yeah, man. Good morning, Vietnam. Lit up.
If it was me, I would have let him up. I'm like, he won't remember it in the morning.
Bruce, Bruce, before we go, can we get Kenny Norton and Ledoux?
Yeah, why not?
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen this, people, I know. Now, on the surface, it doesn't sound. It sounds on presupposing, right? But I promise you, this fight does not let down.
I've seen this fight years ago. So yeah, I know it's a classic, Doc. So I do. So yeah, if you want to put that on, Bruce, please do.
Your wish is my command.
Yep, and this is fitting, Bruce Gas, because you had a hangout on another Hercules, right? Hercules, right. Mike Weaver, and what did they call Kenny Norton? Hercules.
Well, Kenny Norton gave it to Mike Weaver.
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't know that. See, look at this. You're gonna learn something, people. Go ahead, Bruce.
Well, Ken Norton was a sparring. Mike Weaver was a sparring partner of Ken Norton's in California, and 3 times Mike Weaver quit boxing, and 3 times Ken Norton talked him back into coming back into it. So they were really, really close. That's why they never fought each other, man. They were like, they were fucking. Christ, probably fucking drinking.
Both Marine Corps, by the way, for those out there.
Exactly. Yep. But fucking, I forget how I was going to end it. But yeah, man, he would never, he would never.
He wouldn't let Mike quit. He wouldn't let Mike Weaver quit.
If it wasn't for Ken Norton called him, and Weaver didn't like that name either, man.
Oh, really? I didn't know he didn't. He didn't like the name Hercules, huh?
Yeah, no, he didn't like it, bro.
Really?
Yeah, really, man.
Interesting. I wouldn't complain if they called me Hercules. I'm just saying.
Well, he was a real dull guy. His family. When I did that thing, I did a lot of reading on him. His family just, they said, lovingly, they said, "Oh, he's such a dull guy. He doesn't go anywhere. He doesn't go clubbing. He doesn't pick up any chicks. He just goes to church.
Right.
Goes for rides in his car. Who knows what he does on those rides? But that's what they were saying about him,
Right. I do remember, on the hangout you just did recently about Mike Weaver, you talked about how he was actually like, he was really just into being an athlete more than anything. Almost, it was the impression I got. Is that fairly accurate?
You never read anything about him. You never heard anything about Mike Weaver. Where today, man, today you can't even fucking
right
piss on the side of the road without getting fucking a TMZ for indecent exposure.
Oh, could you imagine Michael Dokes in the modern day? Oh my God, he'd be a TMZ star. I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm just saying.
Cocaine.
Oh yeah, man, he'd be all up.
That would be funny. This.
Look at Scott Ledoux's trainer. He's got the shirt that says "Go Scott Go."
Doc, I'll tell you something funny about this fight, man. I can't remember the exact day, but it was only this was like the same month I moved into my house. I was sitting in a beanbag chair watching this in a black and white because I had no furniture or nothing, man. That's all I had. Fucking, hey, can I take that? Yeah, sure, yeah.
Well, you just got done with a divorce. Is that what I heard you say?
Well, no. This was earlier in the life, but
okay.
But I had
separation would be the word then.
Yeah. But the year of this house and the time of this fight, it was probably the spring of 1979.
Yeah. Can I just say, look how small these guys are compared to today's heavyweights?
Yeah, oh yeah. They're 220 tops.
Yeah.
Now I want. Okay, fair enough, Brian Harkin.
But I'm talking about height.
Okay. I was going to say
Norton was what, 6'3"?
I was going to say, Kenny Norton was 6'3", bro. That's not tiny. He's not.
I'm telling you, he doesn't look that tall though.
But he was.
Well, no, because he fights in that crab. He fights in that crab stance. Yeah. Now I guarantee you, I don't care what anybody says, Brian Harkin. I'll even be like easy and go take the top 3 heavyweights, right? And no problem, fine. They beat Kenny Norton. The rest of them, 7, you know what I mean? 3, 4 through 7. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not.
I get that. I'm a big, massive fan of Kenny Norton.
Yeah, I don't know. Those are all. I'm not saying they win or lose. Yeah.
I don't know. When I see some of today's heavyweights, I just think these guys look small. I don't know if it's the camera angles or you know what I mean?
It's a lot of things. It's a lot of things.
Yeah, now we got the cameras right in the ring, man. We're looking at the whole fight.
I gotta be honest. I love the old school fucking. It's not even the angles, man. It's the fucking the camera. You know what I mean? The type of film they used, even. Right, and the fact that you're allowed to smoke in the venues, and all of this stuff, plays into it for me.
You know what venue this was?
Where are we at here? It's in Minnesota somewhere. I'm sure of that.
Now we're in Minneapolis, bro. Where Joe Lewis fought and Sugar Ray Robinson fought.
Ooh, beautiful left hook by Kenny Norton there.
Yeah,
leaping left hook.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. It's
No. Now, see, Kenny Norton, much like Mike Weaver. Here's another fun fact we talked about, Bruce.
Ooh, nice.
Neither one of them, from what everybody has said, ever lifted weights. They did fucking, they did Marine Corps work. They did push-ups and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, Norton was just chiseled. He was just built like a fucking god, man. I think when they showed him towards the end in his wheelchair.
My God, I know. Even now, he's almost 40 years old, according to some people here. And look at him. He's just got them genes, right?
Yeah. And his son, NFL player.
I know. Kenny Norton Jr., man. Yep, for the 49ers. Yep.
To be a professional athlete on that level, you have to be something special. Even Scott, he's a fucking hockey player.
Yep. And remember, there on the rare occasion that Kenny Norton Jr. would he'd get a touchdown on defense.
Beautiful job.
Which it happened. He would run up to the goalpost and he'd throw a combination of punches. To you know what I mean?
The way Norton's just shooting from the hip. He's just putting out that jab.
Yep. Well, he's got that kind of like a pseudo shoulder roll Philly shell kind of thing going on.
Yeah. That's not the modern day shoulder roll with the chin where it's hooked up, to the chin.
No, but he's got that right hand. He's got that right hand up there.
He's cocking it. He's cocking the right. Yeah.
To block punches coming in. Yep. Like the uppercuts, for example.
I wonder how successful he'd be today with that style.
I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you, he gives a lot of them dudes problems. I don't care what anybody tries to tell me. That dude, are you kidding me? Kenny Norton with modern day nutrition, especially, right? Yeah. Are you kidding? Oh my God, are you kidding me? He's gonna be a beast.
That style. How do you think somebody like fucking Usyk would deal with Kenny Norton? You think he'd be boxing?
Ooh, okay. Oh, now that's a beautiful matchup right there. Usyk and Kenny Norton is a beautiful matchup. That's one where I think they bring the best out of each other. I don't know. I'll give you this, Bruce. I don't know who wins that. G Smoke or Brian Harkin. Your thoughts, please, somebody. Because I'm kind of.
86 let me shout out
my 15 rounds.
Oh, okay. That makes one difference. Go ahead, Brian. 15 rounds.
15 or 12.
Yeah. Bruce, you're the arbiter.
What was the question again, Doc? I'm sorry.
Okay. Are we talking 15 or 12? Because that's going to make a big difference.
This fight was 10 rounds, I believe.
No, but if we're talking Usyk and Kenny Norton.
Oh, yeah. That's why it's crazy to
I know. Fair enough. But if we're going to.
The way to do it, Doc, is to get these new fucking games that they got, these new video games. And it looks as good as we're looking on the screen right there, I swear.
Nice pick. Nice pick.
Some of these channels, I'm watching some of these fucking video fights going on, and you can probably program that fighter the way you want to program him. So you give somebody Norton's skills and Norton's body, and you give the other one fucking Usyk's skills and body, which they probably already have. So man, that's the only way you could even do this. And I mean,
Right.
we could go back and forth. Yeah, but what if it's 12?
Well, okay. I'll just for argument's sake, Brian, 15 rounds. Kenny Norton and Usyk.
I might pick Norton to, I might pick Kenny to, beat him in 15 rounds. If it's 12 rounds, I think
Usyk. It's got to be Usyk in 12 rounds. I'm thinking. All things being equal, that is, right?
Yeah, all things being both at their peak.
Right. Now I got to be honest with you, though. 15
Usyk's
rounds
movement may cause Norton problems.
Right.
That upper body movement.
I'm thinking 15 rounds I'm thinking 15 rounds, but it's going to be like split decision, majority decision. I don't think any fight between stylistically. I know it sounds cliche. Styles make fights. Kenny Norton and Alexander Usyk. That's going to be neither one of them is going to knock the other out, right?
Yeah.
Can we agree on that, Brian?
I agree.
All right. Neither one's gonna knock the other out. It's gonna and it's gonna be the rounds are gonna be like some of the most brutally difficult to score you've ever seen in your life. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion.
I agree with that.
But what if Ken Norton catches him like he caught Wayne Bobbitt, who was a beautiful boxer, an Olympic medalist, and the fight ended in one fucking round, bro.
You can't compare Bobbitt to fucking Usyk. Come on now, that ain't right, Bruce.
Look at Wayne Bobbitt's record, man.
He didn't know. No. Damn it, Bruce.
Imaginary fight games. I can play right back with you.
No, I know. That's why it's beautiful, man. That's why it's beautiful, because you're not wrong. I'm like, I wish there was an easy argument out, but you know what? Bruce is bringing up a good point. Okay.
It depends on the size of the ring too. The same size of the ring as
all of it matters.
Well, how about the padding? Didn't they used to use the stuff that really made them they couldn't run around? And then Ali got some slick stuff, and there was a bunch of.
Well, no, hang on. The rumble in the jungle, Bruce Gass, and I always feel like I have to point this out to people. That ring is made for Foreman. I mean, my man has to walk uphill. My man has to walk uphill to get over to Foreman. Okay, I mean literally.
The promoter was the manager. I mean,
and on top of that, the fucking you had the Klitschko squishy fucking ring. All right.
It's funny you mentioned that. Foreman fought both of these fucking guys with kind of fucking similar results.
Oh, he beat the fuck out of both these guys. He beat the fuck out of but that's the beauty of boxing. It's like, you know what I mean? If Foreman beat the fuck out of both of them, Kenny Norton and Ali all three of them were great. And these two against each other is really good. I mean, it's not great, right?
The beauty of fucking boxing, bro.
That's the beauty of this shit, man.
Styles make fights. And I keep saying that, right? And I always say this, I'm not one for the triangle fury. I'm just not. One style beat another, right? But just because a guy had a problem with that style doesn't mean he maybe should have for this other style.
Brian, what happens in my experience with the in my opinion truism of styles make fights is people write it off as a cliche, and it's like no, it's not just a cliche. It's like it's more real. You know what I mean? That you might, if anything, it's more.
Look at the web. Look at the webbing on the rings.
The what rings?
Now here's a question for you. Fantasy fights. Here's a question for Smoke. If you're still here, you could cut in on this one too. Deontay Wilder versus Ken Norton.
Oh shit. Okay, I'm gonna be everybody's Huckleberry. Wilder. What now, bitches? Come on.
1 round.
No. I didn't say what round. I'm just saying Wilder wins by knockout.
If Norton can stay away from that right hand, Norton, but I think Wilder will land in a 15-round fight.
Oh no, but historically, fucking Norton has crumbled before big punches.
Big punches always kill Norton. I'm telling you. I only need 12. If dude, let me work Wilder's corner. All right, I only need 12 rounds. I only need 12 rounds. We're killing. We are going to kill. I'm sorry, Bruce Gas.
I'll go Norton's corner. How's that?
Well, I'll tell you, Norton
Whatever
never
you do,
went
stay away
past.
from the right. Whatever you do, stay away from the right.
Furthest he went was 2 rounds against George Foreman. Fucking Cooney took him out in 1, and fucking Shavers took him out in 1.
Yeah. Here. Whatever you do, stay away from the right. Whatever you do, stay away from the right.
Brian, it's nothing personal. We're wiping your boy out, okay? We're wiping your boy out.
Nobody
right.
wants Ken Norton more than I do, bro, but that would be a bad matchup. Hey, Dree, shout out to you, my brother. Thank you for coming by, man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Hey, make sure you hit the like, man. I got 15 people.
I think Usyk beats Wilder easily.
Now that I agree with you. I'm with you. I think he does too.
Let me make sure all my G's out there.
Now, Brian, guess who else I think?
You're letting him shout out a few people, Doc.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't shouting at anybody. Was I? Did anybody new come in here?
Oh.
Let me look and see.
All right.
Nah, Brian just tried to tell me shut the fuck up. He's too nice.
No. Sorry, I probably wanted to shout out a few people.
I see him every day over at Coach's channel. I see him in different channels. Thank you for coming here, brother. You know, we got this fucking disease here, bro. It's kind of called the old guy's disease. Even if Brian Hopkins joins in once in a while, but we start talking.
I'll be 40 next year.
All right, then you can be admitted.
You're in the club. You're close enough.
I'm pretty near.
You know, I come on here tonight, and it's what a weekend. Let's talk about Deontay Wilder. Let's talk about fucking Kambosos and Haney. Let's talk about fucking Sanchez, blah, blah, blah.
Talk.
And what do? We go in the fucking time machine, and we show fucking Ken Norton and Scott Ledoux, and we showed fucking Norton and Randy Stevens. We got that fucking disease. We love old-time boxing.
Damn straight.
You're damn right, boy.
Man.
But, you know, it all kind of...
No, see, look at that. Like little things, Brian Harkin.
The jab, the duck down.
No, not even that. No, the way Ledoux bodies him off. Like a little skill like you see how he did it again. And he did it again right there.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's good at it, but...
And these guys ain't holding.
Ledoux is a fucking hockey player.
Right. Yeah, that's perfect. That's why he knows.
He's a goon. And they said, hey, Ledoux, you can make some money playing for boxing, man. Minnesota, there ain't no boxers in Minnesota. You're fucking white and you're big. Just get in there and throw them fists around. You get all the way up to fighting fucking George Foreman. He spotted
Larry Holmes.
Yeah, Larry Holmes, Ken Norton.
I think the Larry Holmes, yeah.
Pull it up, Doc. Pull up the fucking guy's record in Box Rec. And it will fucking blow your mind.
We'll do. 1 second. I will be.
I just saw Opulent LD in here. Salute my brother. Thank you for coming by on a Sunday night. You know, I'm in here chopping up some of these old fights. We started off. I did the first hour and a half. We talked about what happened last night. But then again, we started talking about friends fighting friends, and all of a sudden, I'm usually off by this time. I said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna stand another hour. We'll watch some old fights. We'll open it up. Anybody wants to come up here and talk boxing, talk whatever you want to talk." And this is kind of background stuff, but it's a lot of fun, and I'm digging on it. You know, I dig on having a channel over here, and I appreciate you guys coming in here to join me on a Sunday night.
Bro, I anytime somebody's fucking got the cojones to fucking show the old school fights, I know that it's happening. I'm there. Now, all right, I'm looking up Kenny Norton. I'm looking up Kenny Norton for you, Bruce Gas.
No, not Norton. Scott Ledoux.
Oh, okay. So hang on, let me go ahead and.
Hey, Random Acoustic Thoughts, how you doing, my brother?
Okay, when he fought, wait, hang on. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, what are you sorry for?
Okay, when Ledoux fought Norton, his record was 25-7-3.
Yep.
25, 3, yeah. But dude, now just check out Scott Ledoux's record, bro. I'm telling you, you're gonna blow your mind.
All right, here we go. 33, 13-4, 22 knockouts.
But read the names on there.
All right, so here we go. We're gonna go. You want to go front? You want to go?
Just the big names.
The big names. All right, here we go. We're gonna start from the bottom up. Big names.
Drum roll, please.
All right, here we go. Let's see. We got Terry Daniels, who fought Joe Frazier.
Yeah.
All right. Rodney Bobick, who fought Larry Holmes.
Yeah.
All right. We got Ron Stander, also fought fucking Joe Frazier. Larry Middleton fought Kenny Norton. Dwayne Bobick fought fucking everybody.
Getting better, getting pretty good.
George Foreman. Fucking George Foreman. I mean, what do you want me to say?
1970.
Okay. Now, yes, sir. Yep. August 14th, 1976. Now, here's the name for the blood boxing crowd, and you guys probably hear Johnny Boudreau.
Johnny Boudreau. He beat Scott Ledoux at the fucking USA Championships. They found out that his record was fixed. At the end of the fight where Howard Cosell got his fucking toupee kicked off his head. I remember that so well. It was Johnny Boudreau was Don King's boy. Don King, Scott Ledoux found out that he had his.
No. Check this out, Bruce Cass.
He's just thinking he's fixed. He's like, F you.
Check this out. He fights Johnny Boudreau.
Let me finish before I forget.
Oh, sorry.
Scott Ledoux's friends in the barbershop told him he had no chance of winning this fight. The fix was in. Fucking Don King controlled Johnny Boudreau. Scott Ledoux knocked him down in the fight. He dominated the fight. It was given to Boudreau. Scott Ledoux flipped out at the end, like he kind of going to do in here. But Don King, Howard Cosell was announcing the fight because this was from Don King's newly formed WBC and ABC US Championships, and they found out that Don had bought the rankings off. It was horrible, man. It was horrible.
So check this out, Bruce Gass, to add to all the points you just made. Right, I'm looking at the scorecards, right, and the notes. Boudreau, to your point, knocked out in the third, right? The scorecards now are okay. Check this out. In an 8-round fight, the scorecard, I assume the missing rounds are even. All right. The scorecards in an 8-round fight are as follows. John Bunsen, 2-3. Or 3-2, Johnny Boudreau. Chris Polis, 4-3, Johnny Boudreau. Harold Vallon, 5-3, Johnny Boudreau. Tell me that ain't some fuckery.
I watched the thing. I remember watching that because I was heavyweights is what I loved. And these were fighters that I knew from reading Ring Magazine. So I was watching Wide World of Sports, and I saw those fights going on. They're on this aircraft carrier. It was magnificent, Doc. It was fucking on this huge.
That's right. I remember the aircraft carrier. Yep. Tell him, Bruce. Tell him.
Yeah, man. I mean, you were proud to be an American. It was one of those fucking things. And this was when you weren't proud to be an American, post-Vietnam. You know what I'm saying, bro? You know, they were making.
They were spitting. I mean, dude, we could get all deep into that. They were spitting on the fucking vets coming home, man. It was out of control. It was really out of control.
Yeah. You know, I wasn't drafted, and I didn't. That's why I didn't join the military, because it was just it had a bad rep. A lot of friends of mine came back from Vietnam. They came back with drug habits. A lot of them came back nuts. They still are today if they're alive. It just wasn't my thing at the time. I was not a follower. I just wanted to go my own way. But anyway, man.
I got to be real with you, Bruce. I got to be real with you. all of the family members that I've got family members, a lot of family members that went into the military. Like when my dad's the youngest of 6 kids, right? All of his, older siblings, it was just, not even necessarily what you might say patriotism. It was just what you did, right? So
yeah,
there's that, right? And then I've got let's see, I got 2 cousins and their uncle that were in the police force, right? Every fucking single one of them, it ends in some kind of disenchantment where they're like, this is fucked. I got to get out of here, right? I got a cousin that can't go back to goddamn Alaska, Bruce Gas, right? Because of one simple thing. He's riding in the car. He's he's a cop in Juneau, Alaska, right? He's the passenger cop, right?
Yep.
The guy in front of them is obviously drunk driving, like he's weaving you know what I mean, all over the road, right? All the classic signs, right? They run his fucking plate number and find out he's on the city council, right? The driver says, we ain't fucking with him. My cousin reports this to his superiors. Like, in his silly mind, thinking that's what you're supposed to do, right? Hey. This is...
I understand, but that's why now things are better because it's all body cams, dash cams, and if you're not filming it, they're filming you. You can get
right.
Back then, your cousin got fucking crucified.
He can't go back to Alaska, Bruce. He can't go. If he enters the state.
Now he can because it's different.
Maybe. But my point was for a long time.
Open records and fucking, they have to show proof. It's a whole different world. But I can see that, Doc. I can see that happening, man.
But you understand what I'm saying? The biggest problem that honest cops had was other cops. How fucked up is that? That's the problem. It is because as soon as you get to a situation where they're not able to police themselves, you're done. It's you know what I mean. There's no getting around it. It's gonna be fucked. You're gonna have.
You see what I see there? Look at the cobwebs in the ring.
Oh yeah,
cobwebs,
that does look like it's like Halloween, isn't it?
Like you don't see that today. That's
I don't think they take that ring down. I think that's up there all the time now. Until if there's a concert there, maybe it collapses or something. But that's a famous place for boxing. It's a national monument, I think, too. It's
Like I'm saying, just the because you don't see that today.
No.
Like even things like that, they're brought. Like a bit of character to the boxing back then. That's the simple things that you look at and you go, that's like you just don't see that today.
Brian, we were I can't remember what fight we were watching, right? But me and I pointed it out to Bruce and he immediately knew what I was talking about. They had all this rosin in the ring.
Yeah,
and both the fighters were wearing old school. Remember, Bruce? I think this one we were doing might have been the Frazier one we were doing, or the Mike Weaver, one of them. And we talked about how like they don't wear boxing, shoes or boots anymore. Yep.
Shoes you see them wearing the playground, you see in the ring.
Yeah, they wear fucking sneakers, don't they?
Looks like it. I don't know if they're special boxing or whatever, but they're not. You don't see a lot of real like these guys. You don't see those.
Yeah, look at that. I was just gonna say these two right here. They got fucking boxing,
especially the black ones.
Yep.
I was at a tournament Tuesday week past there. It was novices. Like it was for fighters less than 5 fights. My nephew was fighting. It was his first fight. And none of the fighters had boxing boots. Not one. Of the boxers.
Really? Well,
Yeah. There was like 20
okay.
fights.
Let
was
me
like
ask
20
you,
fights.
Brian.
Before you get going,
Yeah,
we
I'm sorry.
we stopped at Johnny Boudreaux. You were going to name the fighters who stopped.
No. Thank you. You're right.
We haven't even come to the big ones yet.
All right, so we got Johnny Boudreaux, right? And we got a couple, relatively circumspect opponents. Pedro Soto, Tom Prater. Then we got Dwayne Bobbick. My man got TKO'd by Dwayne Bobbick, which, I mean,
Ken Norton fucking hit him so bad it was. I thought he was going to get arrested in Madison.
Here's where Ledoux's career gets interesting, right? He gets a split draw with a young Leon Spinks, who was fighting at the time.
Leon's next fight was Muhammad Ali, and people were saying, if he got a draw with this guy Scott Ledoux,
right?
Scott Ledoux's all about his shit.
Yep. And then we got another split draw immediately afterwards with Bill Sharkey. If you know heavyweights, from the 80s into the 90s.
Yeah, I know
heard the name Bill Sharkey.
Yeah.
Right. Let's see. What else do we got here? Sylvester Wilder, James Brown, John Donato, James Beatty, and then he fights Ron Lyle. Okay, Scott Ledoux fights Ron Lyle to a split decision. I didn't even know about this. Oh my God, check this out, guys. Yep. This might be one to find. This might be one to look up, Bruce Cass. Ron Lyle versus Scott Ledoux. Split decision. I'm not going to give any more away than that, but there's more. It's interesting, man.
Oh, well, that one we can definitely look for. And who else? Who else have you seen?
Let's see. We had
this journeyman fought.
Well, we had Leon Spinks, right? He had the draw with him. That would be a big name. Lost by TKO to Dwayne Bobbick. Yep, he lost a unanimous decision. Let's see. He had the draw with Kenny Norton. Lost a unanimous decision to Mike Weaver.
Which is what? Mike Weaver, Kenny Norton, fucking Ron Lyle.
Ron Lyle's the one. Ron Lyle's the one, in my opinion, looking at all things being equal, if you can find it, and if it's out there.
And look at them going at it with fucking Scott Ledoux trying to maul Kenny Norton against the ropes here too, man. Wow.
Mm. Oh, this is a brilliant fight. This is a brilliant fight.
This is when people were saying, hey, man, Ledoux's doing pretty good here. He may stick around. Because, I thought he was going to be chopped meat for Ken Norton.
Right. Oh, yeah. I thought Kenny was going to knock him out. We all thought Kenny was going to knock him out.
But look
I would have thought Kenny would have knocked him out prior to the fight too. So
see, look at this!
Oh wow! Look at Ledoux! Look at Ledoux with the 1-2 and the body shots. Oh my God!
Whoa! Boom! The hockey player hitting Norton like he's a fucking heavy bag there.
And you got Freddie Pacheco on the commentary.
Yeah, Pacheco was going nuts, man. They're trying to revive. This is the ice cubes in the corner. Remember that, Doc?
Yeah. After the
fight, too many ice cubes in the corner. The referee says, hey, what the fuck? They dumped a fucking 10 pounds one down.
Hey, it got slippery. I remember it got slippery. Yep.
Yeah, after this round, I'm going to sleep, guys, because I haven't slept in 5 days. And
fair enough, Brian.
Oh, Brian, thank you so much for coming in, Brian.
Yeah, after this round, yeah.
God bless you.
No worries.
You have a great night, my man. Salute, brother.
No worries. Yeah, after this round, I'm going to sleep.
Oh, okay. We'll continue the fight then.
Yeah.
I was gonna stop it for your exit, but we'll watch the rest of it because it's over after this round, man. See the referee stopping the fight for ice cubes on the ring. Look at him kicking them out. This is fucking wild.
Yeah, I wasn't kidding you. The surface gets slippery here. And it plays into things.
Does it? All right, man. This is so interesting, huh? I forgot all about this shit, man. I just remember the fight.
Yeah, you see Kenny was kicking some ice cubes out of the ring.
Oh, look at that. Oh,
Ledoux's going to town, bro.
Oh.
Beautiful backhand there from the dude.
Really,
He's
man.
going for it.
That's it. Not that.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
I was watching this out, like I said, the beanbag chairs, and I had this dude come over, man. This was like
Bro.
40
Yeah.
years ago.
No, think about this.
Listen to this story. I'm going to tell you a story.
Oh, sorry.
I only had a beanbag chair here. This dude come over my house, 50 pounds of fucking weed. He sat in the fucking bales of weed and watched this fucking fight while I was fucking sitting on the beanbag chair. And when this round was happening, it was like, whoa, holy fucking shit. Scott Ledoux is beating Ken Norton. He's going to knock him out. Look at this. Ken Norton is getting fucking humbled. He's getting the shit kicked out of him. This is fucking unbelievable. And it was, man. And it is right now. Go ahead, Doc.
Exactly. You took the words right out of my mouth. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Oh my God, he hit him with the right hand. The 1-2.
It's been over 10 years since I've seen this fight. You know, like, yeah. So.
And like I said, you had the little
Scott Ledoux.
Yep. You had the little nuances like Kenny Norton kicking the ice cubes out of the ring.
Yeah. You know.
But right now he's getting his ass whooped. There are no excuses. He's getting his ass whooped right now.
Tough as fucking nails, bro. I mean, he was a tough motherfucker. I'll spar with him. Mike Tyson wouldn't spar with him touching.
Oh, body shots by Ledoux. The body shots by Ledoux are nice.
He's on his feet. He looks fresher at this point in the fight.
He really does, doesn't he? Oh, left hook to the body again.
Yeah, maybe Norton. Maybe Norton at this point in his career had a little bit of what do you call it? Maybe stamina issues.
This is 3 years after he got his shit kicked out of him by George Foreman.
Yeah.
And Norton is one of those guys that the rumors I don't know how true they were. Well, I know. Oh man, Ledoux really had him going. The rumors about Norton.
Look at this.
There it is. Oh, look at over the ropes.
And Scott Ledoux thinks the fight's over.
Oh no.
The referee says continue. Scott Ledoux's like, what the fuck? He's got to
continue. Your fighters today would be.
The fight's over.
Your referees be like, it's over. Right down.
Down to his corner.
Right. And the rumors at the time, Brian Harkin, were that Kenny Norton was older than advertised by a good 2-3 years. Like I'm talking about all the way back to when he fought.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me though.
No, I'm like even when he fought like Jimmy Young. Like there was like, you know, the announcers talked about like, oh, he might be a little older than, you know, what they say.
That's the Stuart McCall syndrome.
Well, but he's got them damn genetics in it, right? He's got them damn genetics, man.
You know, Luis Ortiz, you know,
Right. Similar thing. Yeah.
You know, But thank you for having me on, Bruce.
My pleasure,
Doc. And
boxing knowledge, man.
Yep. Thank you for putting up with me, man.
here, guy. I'm just happy to hang around with you guys because you guys are, you know, right. You guys bring me into an area slightly before my time. And tell you the truth, I enjoy watching, you know, older fights, and I always have. You know, and listening to you guys, your guys' knowledge is awesome. So I thank you.
Yeah, that's what me and Doc have been doing the last couple of weeks.
Yep. Appreciate it, Brian. Appreciate it very much.
No worries, guys. Have a good one. Everyone in the chat. Who else was on the panel too?
Get this smoke. He dipped out. Yeah. I guess get this smoke. I think he wanted a little more modern boxing talk going on. Me and Doc, we seem to fucking dip into the past, and you over here, it was great. Get this smoke. Will be back though. God bless. We'll get this smoke, man. He's always he keeps our panels alive. That's one thing I gotta say about GTS.
I got nothing bad to say. I got nothing bad to say about
No. It took me a while to get to know him, but once I did, you know, like I you know that 50-day stream with D, we did, right? That's when I really got to know him, and I was like, you know, this guy's a cool dude, you know. So yeah, I've nothing bad to say about Smoke.
Here's where this fight. Here's where this fight gets real fucking interesting when they announce the decision.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Are you willing to risk turning the volume up for the decision here, Bruce Getz?
Yeah. Let me.
Here we go.
As long as we talk during it, and we got the music playing.
As to whether the fight was on or off, and certainly that's not the case here. We have a genuine controversy, and a genuine objection can be lodged by Scott should he lose his fight.
Well, the jokers, Denny Nelson and Leroy Benson, both of whom are licensed referees.
They got a lot of cops in the ring.
The Minneapolis area. The same for the referee.
They already know, huh, Bruce? They already know that it's going to be trouble.
As the rounds are over, you turn in your scorecard. So you cannot do one of those last-minute revamping of thoughts. He might have won the last 2 rounds and lost the first 8.
Here's a look at the knockdown of Kenny Norton.
Terrific right hand was blocked. He was going down for it. Now that was a good right uppercut, a left hand, and
the left hook got him.
To the decision.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a split decision.
Jimmy Lennon.
What, Jimmy Lennon? Wow.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Home referees, he's at 95-94, favor of Scott Ledoux. Denny Nelson judging 96-94, Ken Norton.
You think they're going to get a hometown?
Benson judging 95 Ledoux, 95 Norton. It's a draw.
What a good announcement.
Oh, they're booing the draw. They're booing the draw. They're not having it. They're not having it, Bruce.
That's Ledoux's backyard.
It's a dramatic and spectacular fight.
Draws weren't common back then, but thanks for having me on, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Peace, Brian Larkin.
Peace.
For both Ken Norton and Scott Ledoux. We'll be back in a moment. All right, back at ringside, and this is not a happy Bloomington, Minnesota. What with the draw between Scott Ledoux and Ken Norton.
Classic, Bruce. Classic.
Home. Would you explain what happened in those final seconds?
Well, the final seconds, the bell rang, and the other guy didn't think the bell rang. See, they didn't know if the bell rang or not, but it did ring. That's why the fight was over. They thought it was a technical knockout, but it wasn't a technical knockout. He was still on his feet.
Did you hear the bell?
Yeah, I heard the bell faintly, and I went and asked the timekeeper, and he said it's a bell. That's why.
You appeared to make motions to Scott. Don't take off your gloves. It's not over. Did you really feel that you had doubts?
No, I didn't have any doubt after I had the timekeeper. No doubt at all.
Was there any point where you considered stopping the fight? The indication at first appeared to be that the fight was about to be stopped.
No, I wasn't going to.
Man, they are grilling him, aren't they?
And he's in too good a shape. He was too good a shape to go down yet. He was fine.
Okay, thank you. The referee, Wally Holm. It has been a controversial close here at Bloomington, Minnesota. Marv Albert with Dr. Footy.
Yeah, I guess that's it, man.
Now, see, that was some serious journalism, though. They were really asking hard questions to a referee. You know what I mean? When was the last time you seen a referee, put to a question like that?
Right after the fight, get the microphones put to his face.
And they're not, like I said, they're asking him hard questions. You know what I mean? Was that a good, it should have been stopped and all this stuff. And it's like, bro.
The referee was definitely sober. He had those answers right away.
He did. No, that I appreciate. No. I'll tell you who my man is. And you smart me up to this. The man when it comes to fucking goddamn all the fucking Johnny on the spot answers, Dr. Romeo. Dr. fucking Romeo. Oh man, he was right there. Remember?
Dr. Donald Romeo.
Yeah.
The man who let the fucking Hearns and Hagler fight continue.
Yep. And remember, he talked about the Weaver and Dokes, and he said, "Nah, man, bad stoppage." He didn't even equivocate. Didn't even hesitate. Bad stoppage.
You ask him a question, a yes or no answer. He gives it to you. And you ask him a question to give a description, and he gives that to you. I mean, that's like fucking dude. That's the kind of guy lawyers would pay money to to have as expert witnesses.
Oh, priceless! No. Forget lawyers in life. Those kind of people are priceless, Bruce.
Exactly.
Those kind of people are priceless.
I could talk to somebody like that on a panel forever. I'd have to have a million questions in front of me to do it, but.
Oh man, if we can ask, could you imagine if we could get Dr. Donald Romeo on here?
Well, listen to who I might have on Tuesday night, bro. I tell you, Jerome Coffey, the amateur from Tennessee.
The amateur, yeah. Same.
Pro too, accomplished pro. Yeah, I talked to Trick, and he said he talked to him, and he's interested in speaking online. And I said, "Oh, beautiful, man."
Did he have let me ask you this, coming out of Tennessee, did he have the same, oh God, I can't remember the last name, but it was Ace something or other, was the trainer of John Tate, and he was out of Tennessee. I'm curious.
Yeah, Ace Miller, I think his name was.
Yeah. And not for nothing, Ace Miller was highly regarded. He was, I'm not saying that to, knock anybody. I'm just, you know what I mean? I just know that he was, one of the main guys in that region.
I don't know much about him at all, Doc, and that's why it's fun to get.
That's why it's going to be interesting, huh? Yeah. Right on.
I don't know for sure, but hey, the way we do it on YouTube, it'd be a pleasure to get him. I know there's a lot of people out there that eventually are going to be coming on. Because I know I'm starting to get the feelers out there. So.
Right on. Hey, man, give
me one more fight to pull up here. And
all right.
Okay, go ahead.
Give me like just name one fighter. Name one fighter, and I'll give you a matchup.
How about Donald Curry?
All right. Oh, Donald Curry. Okay, Donald Curry, and Donald. Oh, damn it, Donald Curry and. I have to pull it up. I'm not going to lie to the people. I'm going to pull this up. Hang on a second. I know what I want, Bruce Cass, right? But I want to get it. You know what I mean? I want to get it right.
But you still have to. After this, you still have to go name the rest of Scotland's opponents.
Wow! You got to make me.
We left them.
We were almost done.
I'll tell you the best Donald Curry fights that I can think of would be the Lloyd Hunnigan, the Mike McCallum, the Terry Norris, let's see.
No, he had the unification when fucking Sugar Ray, there was two guys, him and I can't remember the other guy's name. Marlon Starling.
Milton McCrory and Marlon Starling.
No, here we go. Yeah. Donald Curry. You said Donald Curry. So let's do Donald Curry, Marlon Starling. Marlon Starling.
One or two.
The first one, of course. At least that's from what I'm seeing here. Anyways, let me make sure. Yeah. But it looks like the first one's a closer fight. Oh no! You know what? No. Go with number two. My bad. Go with number two. Because number two is for the undisputed welterweight title.
Okay, now tell me about the other big names on the infamous career of one Scott Ledoux.
All right.
I know he has some fucking breathtakers on there.
Let's go back to Scott Ledoux here because I think we left off with Kenny Norton there, but that wasn't where he left off. Let's see here. We had. All right, so he had the split decision with Kenny Norton, or with Ron Lyle rather, where he lost, right? Then he had the draw that we just saw with Kenny Norton. He lost a fairly on one card, a relatively close decision to Mike Weaver, by the way, the very next fight after Kenny Norton. Defeated Marty Monroe. Then he got TKO'd by Larry Holmes. Let's see, he had a couple nondescript opponents where he got victories. And then on the undercard of Muhammad Ali against Trevor Berbick. He got TKO'd by Greg Page. Let's see, got KO'd by Harry Coetzee in 1982.
That Greg Page fight, that was on the undercard of Ali and Trevor Berbick.
Yes.
I remember seeing that fight, and they were fucking yelling at each other because they didn't have a dressing room. They had curtains. They had these fucking plastic curtains in a cow field. Makeshift dressing rooms. So they're fucking shaking the plastic curtains and everything. It's like, fuck you. Oh, yeah, motherfucker, you think you're hot shit? I'm going to kick your fucking ass, amateur. And fucking Greg Page is, you fucking black guy.
Page beat the, for what it's worth, Page beat the shit out of Scott Ladoon.
Yeah. Well, that was the downslide of, I mean, he was on the end of his career. That was in the 80s, man.
In fact, you know what? I'll do you one better. It was the downslide of Ledoux crossing the apex of Greg Page, because Greg Page tries maybe not his best performance overall, but one of his best performances, because he dominated against Ledoux.
Facts, man. Facts, he did.
And then, like I said, he got knocked out by Harry Coetzee down there in Johannesburg in 8 rounds.
You know what? He got big money because everybody knew who Scott Ledoux is in boxing.
Yeah.
Flying to Johannesburg, probably give him $500,000. And,
yep. And then about a little over a year later, he had his final fight in Wembley against Frank Bruno. Got knocked out in 3. TKO'd rather in 3.
Mm-hmm.
And again, he probably made good money for that too.
Oh yeah, guaranteed, man. And like I told you, he was Mike Tyson had him for a couple of days as a sparring partner, but he said he couldn't do it. You know, Scott couldn't defend himself, and you know what Tyson did to sparring partners. And he's trying to make. And you know what he did at the latter part of his life? He was a professional wrestling referee.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I did not know that. I did not know that.
And they play the angle. He'd knock out Larry Zbyszko. You know.
Oh, Larry Legend.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Well, we could pull that up on another show, man. It's fucking hilarious.
Oh, man. Larry Z.
and Scott, he was in there with all of them, man. The Crusher, Larry the P, whoever was the main man in the NWA. That was Scott Ledoux. I got the first fight, Doc.
Who was Crusher? Hang on. Who was Crusher's tag team partner?
Bruiser.
The Crusher and the Bruiser, man. They were bigger than life at one point, man. The Crusher and the Bruiser.
And no, you better not say shit. You better just give them fucking.
Give them exactly what they want.
You better put their tab on an ice cube, baby, because you know they're staying for a while.
That's like when me and you go into a bar in fucking New England, right? We're going.
Exactly. Don't even think of dialing 911.
Yeah, don't. Exactly, man. Yeah, that goes right on the tab.
This fight right here, man. I remember this fight because Starling was a darling of CBS. Donald Curry was a darling of CBS. This is when we had boxing on the weekends, man. And they're both undefeated, but yet they're fighting each other only for the regional titles, USBA and NABF.
Well, and remember, at this time, I can't remember, depending on which one this is, at this time, you had fucking Sugar Ray Leonard on commentary.
Yes.
And don't get me wrong, I don't want anybody to get anything twisted with regards to how great I think Sugar Ray Leonard was as a talent, but I'm just saying he didn't fight no Donald Curry or Marlon Starling. I'm just saying, okay?
21 years old, fucking Donald Curry. I forgot what I saw on Starling, but he's not much older. But,
look, I know. How beautiful is that?
Today, this would be the equivalent of fucking Boots Ennis and Virgil Ortiz.
Yes.
Same fucking thing, man.
That's exactly where I was going with it, man. That's why I brought it up.
And both of them went on to fucking incredible careers after this fight. But,
Donald Curry went on to become a 154 champion, if memory serves.
Yeah, 147 and 154.
Yep.
And the same with Starling.
Yep. And I mean, and the guys they lost to were great. Look at this, 21 and 24, Bruce Gas. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh.
And Marlon Starling, and I couldn't believe it. I said, no, this doesn't happen. Why are they doing this? But then, because this is what boxers do. These were the best. And like you said, this was supposed to be groomed for Sugar Ray Leonard.
Yep. Look at that. NABF and USBA. So, in other words, both what were at the time, right? What would you call it? The mandatory positions.
Yes. When you had those belts, you were almost guaranteed a title shot.
Right, and if you and these guys are unifying mandatory shots, essentially.
But yeah, man, this was like putting two brand new fucking Mercedes Benz right off the fucking
21 and 24, Bruce Gas.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, think about that.
And there ain't no B-side in this fight.
Nope.
This was like, wow. I couldn't believe how good this was. I remember reading, you got the Sunday paper and it had the TV section, and it went from Sunday until Saturday, and Saturday had the sports section, and I would go right to the Saturday boxing, and I saw this fight and I'm like, wow, because that's the only way you got the maybe you'd see it.
The results, yeah. Yeah, if you didn't see it on like Wide World of Sports or CBS Sports Spectacular or NBC, right? If you didn't see it when it happened, your only other hope, unless you were into the magazines or had now in my case, I didn't even have access if I wanted to. Not that I had the money if I wanted to, right? But even if I had the money, I didn't have the access to the magazines. So the only outlet you had for results, like you say, was the newspaper.
If you were even lucky to get anything besides the result.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You'd get the result.
In the TV guide, it would be in the TV guide of the fights to come. And the TV guide actually did a nice little job promoting them. They had a little, like a 1-inch square anyway, but it stood out a little bit when they had network fights like this. This was network shown all over the country, basically, probably all over the world. If you had CBS Europe, I don't know what they had.
Like you said, this would be like Virgil versus Boots, which is
guaranteed, man, guaranteed.
Oh, for free and for free.
For free. And in hindsight, neither one, the loser of this fight, Marlon Starling, lost nothing.
Nothing. No.
Nothing. In fact, he even went on to fight Curry again for a championship.
And he went on to fight what's my man's name? Nunn. Michael Nunn. He went on to fight Michael Nunn.
I talked to him about that.
Yeah.
I was going to have Marlon Starling on my show, and I spent about 2 hours just talking to him on the phone, and I was out. He's like, he was kind of, he didn't know if I was out there trying to make a buck on him or what. And he's like, well, what do you want to talk about? And I started, I was talking about fights, and I mentioned like the Simon Brown, and oh yeah, man. And then I'd start talking about like this fight right here, and the Starling stomp, because this is the move that he had. Remember, this was his.
Yeah, he's already done it once. I know what you're talking about, the Starling stomp. Yep.
Starling stomp. That was his little trademark, and it kind of cost him in this fight because he did it more than he did it once so far, but he does it more than that, and it kind of fucking turns off a lot of the ringside people. But anyway, man, I asked him about the Nunn fight, and he said it was just a sparring session. He says him and Nunn went out and had dinner afterwards, and he goes, he says that Nunn wasn't trying to knock him out. He wasn't trying to knock Nunn out. They just went through the motions, got the paycheck. And dude, I'm hearing this from the guy who was in the ring doing it. So
I mean, hey, and that's the guy that was on the losing end, right? So, I mean, why would he lie? Why would he lie?
I got his number in my phone right now. I could fucking press Marlon style. Bruce Gas, motherfucker. But anyway, I tried to get him on the show, and he just couldn't get on. You know how you got somebody on backstage and it says incomplete connection.
Yeah.
And he couldn't get it connected, and it was like I was so fucking bummed because he was cool and everything, man.
Well, and I mean, what is the shame in saying like, oh, I lost to Michael Nunn? Michael Nunn was a goddamn brilliant, you know what I mean? Brilliant fighter. Am I wrong?
Oh yeah,
I thought he was brilliant. I thought Michael Nunn.
We're gonna have Michael Nunn on here.
We're gonna have Michael Nunn night. We're gonna do a Michael Nunn night. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, it's happening.
All right.
People in here now, but believe me, right now we're gonna have Michael Nunn on here within the next 2 months minimum. But things are happening.
Well, now, okay. Now, if you want to get into the weeds with Michael Nunn, he ended up in prison in part because he defended himself, right?
I don't know, man. But I know he got busted for coke.
Yeah, big amounts of coke, and then he decided to be his own. Now this is what I heard. Well, this is what we heard, Michael Nunn.
But he did talk about it because he did talk about it a little bit when I was on a show with him a while ago.
Oh, okay.
But I can't really remember. And he had just gotten out of jail, and he talked about he was set up, and we mentioned it, and I was kind of in awe of it, man. But it was great talking to him, and he, after the show, hey, Bruce Gas, if you're ever in Iowa, bro, I'm buying you dinner. And now I know somebody else who's got a good contact with him, and he wants to get into the internet. He's got a channel, but he doesn't know how to do anything with it. And this guy's a friend of mine, and he's like, yeah, he remembers you, and he wants to do things. And I said, hey, all right, brother.
Nice.
Let's do it, man. So
now that looked like it might have been arguably a knockdown by Starling while we were.
Let's go back here. Let's go back and get that. How long ago was that? About
15 seconds or so. Not too far. Not too far. All I know, I while we were talking, I saw Curry go to the. There it is.
Oh, wrestling. It was wrestling.
Okay.
Now that Marlon, he was a perfect body for a boxer. He was very, very gifted. Kept those earmuffs up, and he loves talking about boxing too, man. Like I said, I was talking to the guy for 2 hours. Hey, MZ, salute my brother. God bless you, my man. Thanks for coming by. You're great, my man. Appreciate you coming in. Make sure you give us the thumbs up. I don't know how many we got so far. We got to have more than 5. Yeah, man, we got.
Better have more than 5.
I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it so much. We are just watching some old fights. Me and Doc, we've been oh shit, man. We've been on there for almost 3 hours already, and it really doesn't seem like it.
Who gives a fuck, man? Who gives a fuck? I don't give a fuck.
Really? I don't.
Your old lady probably gives a fuck. To be fair,
I'm surprised she hasn't opened the bedroom door yet because I know what she does is she hasn't put the dog out, but she lets him out of the bedroom, and he has to go out, and he comes right to me.
Oh, he goes, I see her game. I see. Okay, she doesn't have to fuck with it. She just has the dog do it for her, right?
He sits right in front of my face. I can't even say, lay down for 10 minutes. Most of the time I do that, but. He hasn't been out since, let's see, when did I walk him? Around 4 o'clock, I took him for a stroll. And, nature calls, so I'm surprised. So I'm cool until he starts bugging the fuck out of me. Then it's like, I got to get him out of here. But, yeah, man, this is, it makes the Sunday nights go by real smooth for me. I love doing it. Like, I wasn't even going to show the old fights. I came on here to talk about the current fights. And we did about an hour and a half doing that, maybe even a little bit longer. But then it was like, man, take me back, mama. My boy.
Bro, I'm sorry. It's more interesting. It just really is. I'm not trying to be old. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to give in to recency bias or just be an old fucking bastard. I'm just telling you guys. I'm sorry. This shit is more interesting than waiting around for a fucking Crawford Spence fight that is never gonna happen. And when it does happen, it's gonna be 10 years goddamn too late. Fuck that. I mean, you know what I mean? I'm sorry. I'm not gonna apologize for being more intrigued, you know what I mean, by this than that. I don't get why. I don't get how that's strange, weird, or out of the norm in any way.
Otherwise, anything.
You know what I mean? It's like, bruh. You know, I mean,
I find it kind of exercises my memory. You know, watching this, it kind of dusts off.
See, did you see the highlight right there? The voice of Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard's announcing. He's one of the announcers on this.
Honest to God, Doc, the dog just walked out here.
Nah, he's coming for you. Now, bro. Okay, before you have to, before
No,
you're.
No, we're gonna. I think I can put it together, but believe me, I kid you not. I kid you not, Reese.
Yeah, I know. I believe you. I know how it is.
Yeah.
he's looking at you. Ah.
He's over
So check this out, right? When I was living in Nevada with my ex-wife, guess what? I guess how she used to refer to my fucking the same fucking Mexi Fender Strat that I got right now. She called it that. She called it that bitch.
Yeah.
All right. And I would be like, if for example, I'm sitting on the couch, right? You know, jamming like I do, right?
Yeah.
Coming up with ideas or whatever the fuck. And then maybe I go, okay, I'll set it off to the side and then I'll work on like, a drum track. You know what I mean? Because you have to program. I'm not a drummer, so I have to program it, right? You know what I mean? To go along with whatever, right? That I come up with on the guitar. The point being, my ex-wife would come in and she would go, "What the fuck is that bitch doing in my fucking seat?" She went.
You're lucky she didn't decide to break the bitch's neck.
Dude, I would have to like physically move my guitar before she got her hands on it. Just because I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna let you fucking fuck my shit up. and don't get me wrong, dude, I loved her. We were together 15 years, right? So it wasn't, you know what I mean? It wasn't like it was all bad or anything, but when it came to the guitar. Dude, she would do literally. She referred to it as that bitch. Get that bitch out of my seat. Get that bitch out of my. It's I'm like, it's a guitar, girl. You know what I mean? She ain't having it, Bruce. Yes.
To her, she saw tits on it. She saw, lips on it. Probably even the hair. She probably looked at it.
Yep. Competition. That's what she saw. That's all she saw. And that's all she gave a fuck about.
Carl, my brother. Salute out there, my brother Carl.
Oh, Carl, Croc Hunter. What's up, brother?
I drop a link, Carl. We're getting off in a few minutes. We're gonna watch the end of this fight. And then we're talking. Me and Doc, we have a couple of old stoners over here.
Yep. Yeah, we were just talking, Carl, about my old lady calling my guitar that bitch. That was her name for it, Bruce. That bitch.
Starling is landing some nice uppercuts. I just noticed.
Oh yes, he is indeed, and I still think that I know it wasn't a knockdown, but Starling, to me has got the advantage to me. Look at them uppercuts, man. The uppercuts are beautiful.
Both of them. It's Curry with the body shots and fucking Starling with the uppercuts.
Yep. That's absolutely.
This referee's name is Richard Green. Blew his brains out.
Oh, Jesus, Bruce. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's rough.
I remember hearing it. They had the 10 ring in the bell for him.
Damn.
And so it is that Richard Green. I think it is, man.
I think it is. God damn.
Because he was a very, very popular as Mills Lane and
Yep.
you know.
No, I got to be honest. I like the defense from Marlon Starling. I you know what I mean. If I was gonna, at this point, if I was gonna, because I've been, scoring it right. But if you asked me who I thought was ahead, I'd say Marlon. Great defense by Starling. Man, I can't believe it's been so long. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Bruce. It's been so long since
I was just gonna say. I remember when I was watching this that I thought Curry won the fight. No doubt.
Okay. This will be interesting then.
Okay. Yeah. I wanted to pull up Richard Green, boxing referee, on here, and I wanted to just check up the Wikipedia.
Okay, so just for the record, people, I would say.
Oh yeah. Hey,
I'm going to put myself on the line here for you, Bruce Guest. I'm going to say I got this thing Marlon Starling up by one round, 3-2. All right, and we'll see what happens from here.
Well, let me just read this about Richard Green.
Please do.
Richard Green was the referee who refereed the Dooku Kim Ray Mancini fight.
Oh shit! Are you serious?
I'm serious. I'm serious as a heart.
Oh man, that's okay.
And the bout proved to be incredibly controversial, as we know. Green was haunted by that. The last fight that he refereed was March 20th, 1983. Greg Page beat Ronaldo Snipes for the USBA title. 42 days later, Green was found dead in his North Las Vegas home. The coroner ruled the death a suicide via self-inflicted gunshot.
Man, that's fucked up. So not long after this, then. In other words.
Oh yeah. This was in This was 1980. What? 1981.
Yeah. Let me see here, because this is the first matchup between the two, right?
Yeah.
Right. Let's see here. Donald Curry, Marlon Starling. Let's see. The first one, I believe, was 1980. No, that can't. 1984 can't be right. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, 1980. Oh no. Okay, here we go. It's October 23rd, 1982.
82. Okay.
There we go. Yeah. It sounds right.
And Richard Green, he also refereed Ali versus Larry Holmes, so he's done.
Oh man, so he's got some rough. You know what I mean? He had to go through some rough shit then.
I don't know if the Dooku Kim fight, and that was in 82, wasn't it?
That's what I'm saying. He's got Ali Holmes, and then he's got Dooku Kim. You know what I mean? On his conscience, that's like, oh man, that is kind of rough. I'm not trying to make light of anything. I'm just saying that is hard. That's you know what I mean? That's a hard draw.
He only lasted a year after that. No.
Yeah.
From December of 82, he killed himself in June of 83.
Wow. Okay, so I can look up the fights that he refereed. So let's have me go ahead and check this out. Let's see here.
So he couldn't have refereed. No, he could have. Yeah, he possibly did. That looks like him. I'm not sure, but. I bet on Box Rec they'll have his whole fucking his referee thing in there. His fights that he refereed.
Okay. Are you there?
Yeah.
All right. It's Rudy Battle. It's Rudy Battle because the ref in the rematch was Joe Cortez, and I know that's not Joe Cortez.
No,
So it's got to be Rudy Battle.
You're right. I knew it was somebody really familiar. And
okay, so now let's go ahead.
Now that I see him close, I can tell it's not Richard Green.
So now Rudy Battle. Oh, I should probably look up Richard Green. Whoa, we're at it.
Roberto Elizondo. That's next week. Great fight.
Wow.
Oh no, it's tomorrow. This was Saturday and a Sunday they're giving us boxing.
Remember, like you said, man, remember when we get big fights on like a Wednesday or a Thursday? You know?
Oh, yeah.
Crazy.
On a Wednesday and Thursday evening. No, Monday was big for boxing. A lot of fights, a lot of the big heavyweight fights back at the Madison Square Garden and shit, they were Monday night fights.
Right. Oh, yeah. Only the like Muhammad, like, okay. As a child of the 70s, like it was Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, you know what I mean? Them kind of names that you got on like a Saturday or a Sunday. The rest of the names, right? If it wasn't one of them two, you pretty much got, like you said, on a Friday or a Thursday or a Wednesday or whatever you know what I mean? Whatever you could get.
Well, we come from the era of Tuesday night fights, Friday night ESPN fights. Even ESPN would bounce around. They had Thursday night fights, Friday night fights. I think they even tried Sunday night fights for a while.
Yeah, dude, one of my favorite fights of all time. Fucking Jorge Paez and Calvin Grove, the first one, right, and down in Mexicali. Fucking USA, I can't remember if it was Tuesday night or, like you said, Friday night fights or whatever, but I remember it was on USA, right? You know what I mean? And it was like it was a different world. It was a different world. I remember on ESPN when I can't even remember the names, but when my man came across after they took the gloves off, remember? And he hit what's his name?
Richard.
And then he ended up killing Max Kellerman's brother.
Yeah. Some of the sad realities. Yeah, there's some crazy.
Yeah, gruesome shit, right? I mean, fuck. But hey, that's what you're getting into with this kind of shit, right?
There was a boxer in Rhode Island. If you look, his name is Dougie Mallet. He was a middleweight back in the mid to late '80s, and I think he got busted for murder, and his career was cut short. Obviously, I think he ended up doing life at the adult correctional institution in Rhode Island. But interesting. You know, things like that they intrigue me because a lot of times you wonder where they went. But I remember being in Rhode Island. I remember when it happened. You know, boxers are fucking crazy people.
Well, and you wonder, you can't help but wonder, Bruce, forgive me, but you can't help but wonder what was the fork in the road that made them go down. You know what I mean?
Well, this guy was a mob enforcer, but he's also a crackhead.
Oh, well, okay. Maybe there's not as much.
Well, drugs would be the fucking thing that made it beyond the point of no return.
Oh, hang on. We got girls. Oh, man, they cut short the girls in the. Oh, man, I wanted to see.
Macho. Look at this. They're showing all kind of.
Oh, look at this pool.
They even made pool interesting back in the day. They had Willie Mosconi. You know, they have these fucking incredible trick shot contests. But something about the glory days back in fucking the wide world of sports.
Something about them girls that want to fucking play goddamn beach volleyball. That's.
Hey, we need a coach for volleyball. You mind coming?
Yeah, no problem. see, Marlon Starling really impresses me, man. In this fight,
both of these guys are up and coming, and it was just it was mind blowing why they put them together. And this is the day there were so many other. The division was full of prospects.
Nowadays, this fight would never happen. This fight would never happen ever.
No way.
Not a chance.
See, that was I was going to ask Starling that question. You know why? And I think I might have even asked him on the phone earlier. He's like, "Well, I thought I was going to kick his ass," and they didn't care.
I'm gonna guess here, Bruce, but I'm gonna guess that part of it was the fact that he had to know Ray wasn't gonna fight him, right? So he kind of had to settle for the next best thing, kind of, huh? What do you think?
Well, you got a good point there. And like you said, I think they were all going for that. They knew Ray was going to fight maybe once more, maybe twice more. There was no way he was going to do it like they all did it back in the day. They fought everybody. They knew that they had to whittle it down to one fighter. And I think this was the reason why both of them said, hey, we both have guaranteed title shots, but this is Ray Leonard. He's bigger than the WBC and the WBA, so we better just fucking fight each other, be the best out there, and hey, maybe whatever. I don't know the exact reasoning, but that's what I would do, man. That sounds like what's up to me, man.
Yeah, I hate. I mean, my man did the foot stomp again. I gotta say, yeah, I gotta say, I don't want anybody to get it twisted. I love Ray Leonard, right? Great fighter. He was a little. I mean, you by all means, Bruce Gass. If you think I'm out of line, you set me straight. To me, a little picky choosy, a little bit picky choosy for my. I mean, like that Thomas Stearns rematch that took 8 years, Bruce Gass. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I'm not feeling that. I don't know. But I don't want to be overly. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. He's great. He was a great fighter. There's no denying that, right?
Right.
But, you know what I mean? It's like, Thomas Stearns had twice as many fights.
Yeah, true. But he just made so much when he fought. I don't know. His fights.
He was a star. He was a star. There's no getting around that. He was a star.
And he seemed to have managed his money a lot more wisely. Maybe he didn't towards the end, because I heard he was doing fucking coconut like crazy, and he was down to being administered budgets by.
He had a coke budget. Is that what you're telling me?
No. He was giving towards the end, instead of bankruptcy, reconstruction, or maybe chapter fucking 1 or 11, whatever it may be. But your trustees will give you a stipend to live on.
Okay, I get you.
He was down that, but he got it together. I don't know if he totally declared total bankruptcy and had to start from square one like Tyson did. But he was doing a lot of coke from what I understand, and it's always when you're doing it with other people, and the boxer always is the one who buys it.
There's an old saying in the music business, Bruce, and the saying is this: your fans will kill you, right? And it goes along them lines. It's like, like you said, who's everybody's doing the coke, right? But who's buying it, right?
For sure, man. For sure.
You know what I mean?
And I noticed a lot of boxers now, they're straightening their acts up. They're cleaning out the entourages, getting down to the bare basics. That's what you got to do.
Hey, now, if we could just get them to fight more often, and we'd really be on to something. Now, see, this is the thing. Now, here, I'm only half joking, Bruce Gass, because in music, right, as an art form, this is a conundrum that is been, we've been wrestling with for, I'd say, a good 4 or 5 years now, right? And that is this. We're realizing that they're how to put it, bro. It's called rock and rape and roll for a reason, all right? If you weren't setting something on fire or blowing something up, right, or fucking having sex with the fucking senator's daughter or whatever, what are you doing? Right? You know what I mean? That's a big part of the whole what's the word I'm looking for? The whole shebang, for lack of a better term. And some people don't want to come to reality with that. You understand what I'm trying to say? I mean, it's like, dislike it if you want. Altoon, oh my God. Now there's a name. Altoon. He went on to become a New York Jet of some significance. Holy shit. We're seeing all kinds of cool shit here, Bruce Cass.
I don't know what happened. The fight's not over. This must be something big happening in college football.
I assume so.
Maybe a bowl game or something. But they interrupted our boxing. Would they do that?
For the big time field goal. Oh!
Illinois, Wisconsin.
Oh, Illinois, yeah. The Illini win by a point. But Altoon, I remember Altoon, man. He was a New York Jet. He was a fucking fantastic wide receiver.
Well, we're in the 10th round of this NABF USBA.
Oh, look at that, Boston! Yeah, you're right in your neck of the woods, Bruce Cass. You got the Boston broadcast.
Oh, do we?
Yep. Boston Channel 7 is what it used to.
Yeah. That one used to come in kind of snowy. We'd get CBS around on Channel 12 coming out of Providence. Would come in clearer, but 7 was like an alternative. But yep. Whoever posted this on YouTube, they must be a New England resident. They watched it.
Hey.
They VCR'd it on Channel 7. Oh, we just saw the Starling stomp again.
Yep. Hey, whoever it is, they got beautiful footage. That's what I care about. They got some great footage here.
Definitely. Nice and clear. Almost as good as the pay-per-views that we buy on a weekly basis.
Let's see, Curry's trying to pot shot. Donald Curry's trying to pot shot here, is what I'm seeing. But Marlon Starling's kind of walking him down, you know what I mean?
Starling had an incredible defense. Derek Bailey, shout out to you, man. El Pinche, salute for still hanging around with us over here, man. Freezing.
Oh no, that's I'm stoned as fuck too, El Pinche. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, I'm so high I forgot to do another bong. I was just gonna do one. And,
I'm loaded up. I got that passion number 1. Oh God, what is that? The Brothers Johnson. Oh, what is the name of that? I gotta look it up now. Bruce Cass. God damn it.
The Brothers Johnson.
It's a great song. It's a great song from back in the day. Hang on a second. It's one of those stoner moments. Bear with me. I'm gonna look this shit up.
No problem, Doc. No problem.
The Brothers. I promise you, I'm not making this shit up.
I believe you, man. I believe you. Yeah, that's Donald Curry and Marlon Starling, Derek.
Strawberry letter number 23. That's the shit right there. The Brothers Johnson. Strawberry letter number 23.
And it's a song?
Yep.
Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, man. John Boone, can you just wait 1 second? Nah. All right, Doc.
Please. Thank you.
I forgot about him. I'm going to put him out. You take over for a minute. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. Put it on. Yeah. Am I able to put on that song or what? What am I doing here?
I'll be back. We'll put the song on.
Okay, cool.
Oh, wait a minute. I know we're gonna have trouble there because I got the screen on.
No, we're watching the fight. I'll do play-by-play till you get back, and we'll do the music, and we'll close it out.
Let me get this hound out.
Yeah. I know how it is, man. It's okay.
Crashing my broadcast.
He's gay. Yeah, he don't give a fuck about us. He wants. All right. Who do we got here? We got El Pinche, stoned as fuck. Okay, cool. Derek Bailey, Strawberry. No, not 99. No, 20. I think it's 23. Now you're making me question myself. Yeah, Strawberry letter number 23. Okay. Fair enough, Derek Bailey. All right, now I'm gonna load myself up a bowl of this passion number 1 because, well, that's just how we're gonna roll around here. But by all means, 70s, 80s heavyweights. If anybody's got a question in the chat while we're waiting for Bruce to,
I'm back again. I'm just.
Oh, you're back. Okay.
And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on my other screen here. I'm gonna bring up my fucking camera outside if I can, so I can keep my eye on the dog and not fuck up the broadcast here. See if they come on.
Yeah. Strawberry Letter 23 is what the name of the track there, Bruce.
I can't do it while the fight's on. The fight's over. Oh, I can stop. Yeah. I can. Hang on a second, man.
Okay.
I didn't realize how advanced we are over here. What I do is I have to put the fight on pause for a second.
And everybody that fucking thinks they know me is gonna be like, Doc likes this fucking shit. They're gonna be freaked out. I'm like, dude, this is fucking brilliant shit right here, as far as I'm concerned.
Let me take that down. Let me put that on hold. Back here. Now, what's the name of this song, Doc?
Strawberry Letter 23 by the Brothers Johnson. Fucking so underrated, bro. So underrated.
They keep telling me it's by CeeLo Green.
No. The Brothers Johnson is.
I got it.
Oh, you found it. Okay. I want to get you in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble.
Probably already out, but that was for educational and demonstration purposes only.
Yes.
We are now going back to our boxing match for the rest of our stream here. Wait a minute, I gotta find something in the background.
Hey, you know what? I appreciate you playing as much as you did, man, because that's like, you're like nobody I even know like knows what I'm talking about when I say the Brothers Johnson Strawberry Letter or anything. You know what I mean?
I didn't know who they were, Doc. Honest to God.
No, but you're savvy enough to like, go give it a chance and look it up.
Man.
Whereas like people in my real life, they look at me like, what the fuck language are you talking? You know what I mean? Like,
I find some of the best stuff I'm discovering. People say, hey, go listen to this or check this out. And, wow. I mean, Mad Chad's got me on a couple of these old country.
All right. Well, okay. Well, if you don't mind, a suggestion to you and Mad Chad, check out just in general, check out the Brothers Johnson.
I won't remember them after tonight. Blaze Foley's one of the guys that he turned me on to. I'm surprised I didn't remember the name, but he plays them all the time, and I start to dig them after a while. But I'm always finding new stuff, and it's always from people telling me to listen to it, or people just playing it again and again. And I start digging it. But here we go, man. Donald Curry's boxing on the outside, trying to stay on his toes.
I'm not gonna lie. So far from what I'm seeing in this particular moment in time, I'm favoring Marlon Starling. And really, look at that. He's beating him with a jab, in my opinion, Bruce Gas, even. And I'm seeing a lot of Curry backing up. Now, of course, now that I say that, Bruce Curry starts landing some fights.
You knew it. You knew it was gonna happen.
Right, as soon as I opened my fucking fat mouth.
No, this was that's why there was a rematch after Curry won his titles. After he unified with McCurry, because these were the top three. After Sugar Ray Leonard, it was Donald Curry, Milton McCrory, and fucking Marlon Starling. And the Ring magazines. And then there was another one in there.
Well, you gotta hang on. You left out Hearns, man. What are you trying to pull here?
No, he had moved up. He was
okay. He was 154 at this point, is what you're saying. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
But
I do remember.
There was another one in there, a guy named Tyrone Trice. You remember him?
Tyrone Trice? Yes.
Yeah, out of Kronk. I saw him on a show, and he was giving some stories. He talked about Gerald McClellan. He was training in Kronk Gym when McClellan was training to go over and fight Nigel Benn.
Oh, shit.
He said McClellan would get into gym wars, and then he'd go home and he'd disappear for 2 days. He'd go to bed for 2 days, sleep for 2 days. Imagine that, man.
Crazy. Now, what I heard about McClellan was this. When he was fighting out of the Kronk, right? What's his name? Emmanuel Stewart. Emmanuel Stewart would have to. I want to emphasize. This is the verbiage I heard. Have to. He would have to call up James Toney because James Toney was the one guy that Gerald McClellan wouldn't get overly frisky with in sparring, if you get what I mean. In other words, James Toney was the one guy that could keep him from getting, to where he's hurting sparring partners.
Oh yeah. Now was Toney a Kronk fighter?
Dude, some of the best boxing you can find on YouTube. I'm pretty sure it's out there. If it's not Bruce Guest, email me. All right, I have it. James Toney sparring with Gerald McClellan. You can find it on YouTube. Last I checked.
I'll definitely have to check that out.
I promise you. And if it's not out there, like I said, if you can't find it on YouTube for whatever reason, email me, okay?
All right. Atlantic City Convention Center in Atlantic City or just Vegas?
Ooh, that's a good question. I'm gonna guess Atlantic City. It looks a little dark. Looks a little dark for Vegas to me. From that area. You get it?
Yeah.
What now, kids? I'm kidding.
Sounds like it would be to me, man. And like you said, it always seems a little darker in Vegas.
Right.
And Rudy Ortega, wasn't he more East Coast? Like New York, New Jersey?
Yes. That's exactly right.
Yeah, well, the longer I stay here and smoke my weed, the longer I just evaporate back into the fucking 80s.
Well, why not? Why wouldn't you? Dude, the music, it wasn't just the fucking fighting that was better. The music was better. The coke was better. Okay. I mean, am I wrong? Bruce Cass?
Everything. No, the drugs were because people didn't really know what cut was back then.
That's exactly what I was.
And the fucking most dangerous thing in the world now, fentanyl. I don't even think they invented this shit back then.
That didn't exist as far as I understood. I'm not saying it didn't. I'm just saying it wasn't. What would you call it? I had never heard of it until. Maybe that's my ignorance.
I was watching the news the other day, something I don't do that often, and they were talking about fucking wrapping up this fentanyl now. They're making it like a candy, and they're really worried with one neighborhood, and I think it was in Michigan. They're canceling Halloween in the schools, and they're not going to go trick-or-treating because they're afraid that they're going to give them fentanyl candy.
Yeah. Man, I wish I could have got some fentanyl candy when I was a kid.
That fentanyl kills people.
No, I'm just I was come on, man. You know I'm not being
yeah, no, I know you're only kidding. Oh yeah. Well,
I'm just saying we were such shit. You know, when we were kids, we were such shitheads.
the fight's over. Marlon Starling raises his hand.
Okay, no, they both think they won. No, okay, I take that back. Donald Curry, he don't look that confident, does he?
Yeah, no, he doesn't. What was that guy's name? Don Gorman, his trainer. Remember Donald Curry's trainer from Texas? I think his name was Donald Gorman or Al Gorman.
Was he the same guy that trained Troy Dorsey out of
yes,
Texas?
Yes. He's another one that we're working on talking to him.
Oh, Troy Dorsey! I mean, no, just please don't bring up the Jorge Paez fight. Don't bring up either one of them. I'm teasing Bruce Guest. You bring up one of them.
We would absolutely have to.
Yeah, you kind of have to, don't you?
Yep. Oh, I don't want that on here. I'm trying to get my camera up so I can see if the dog's ready to come in. He's standing by the door there.
Is he got this walker?
I don't see him yet. I can see the other camera here.
See, all of this is, I laugh it off because I grew up in the woods, you know what I mean, with fucking dogs and cats, and you know what I mean, and having to deal with fucking gigantic fucking raccoons the size of fucking pumpkins, right? Like you see your bush there, Bruce Gas.
Yeah, sorry about that, man. I can see him out there, and I can zoom in and stuff like that. But I don't see him in the yard, so he must be way up there.
So you see your bush there, though, right on the corner, right in front of us.
Yeah,
dude. Where I grew up, I bullshit. I swear by all I hold dear, Bruce Gas, we had fucking raccoons that big.
Oh yeah,
huge, man.
They're down here too. Yes, Troy.
Okay, you're right. You understand.
He was a kickboxing champion, world champion, Derek Bailey. You know, keep your eyes open. Keep the notification buzzer on because Troy Dorsey's going to be around here. We're going to talk.
Oh hell yeah! That's
what I understand. From what I understand, he wants to get involved in it. And he was away this weekend. He was at he's got a karate studio out in Texas. So he's still teaching karate, he's still teaching MMA. And I know some stories that I'd like to ask him. Those Paez fucking fights, man.
Yep. No, here, I got to be honest with you, right? Now, this is the kind of boxing.
Oh, God, look, you see the dog?
Here it comes.
Yeah.
So, like, right, I'm a fan of Jorge Paez, right? But I'm the kind of boxing fan where it's like, how can I possibly be any kind of fan of Jorge Paez, right? And not have a serious appreciation for Troy Dorsey.
That's a fact. Hang on, let me grab that dog.
No problem.
He's standing in front of the door waiting for me over
there. Your dog knows he's on camera. He's just waiting. He knew. You're on camera now, dog. We all know what a puppy dog you are now.
You catch that, Doc?
Man, that dog of yours is a total ham. As soon as I said, I wonder if that dog knows he's on camera.
I was wondering if that would come in.
It was awesome. It was awesome, Bruce Cassidy. It was awesome.
Motherfucker jumped on top of the building and everything.
Oh yeah, he was all over the place for them treats, man.
Fucking wild. All right, hey, Doc, man. I'm gonna get out of here. That was so much fun, bro. I appreciate you coming to see me over here.
No problem, sir.
Salute, my brother. I'm gonna check out everybody. Thank you guys for coming in here, man. Bruce Gas cutting out. Peace, love, good night.